As the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time. Oh yeah, when it's time to talk about the Cowboys' new coaching decisions and beyond. Come on with it. All right, Mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Come on. Cowboys hire Brian Shotty as well as Matt Eberflus or Eberflus. The Flus. No Flugazi. Come on with it. And as this room fill up on this beautiful Saturday, let's continue to grind and shine. Yeah. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. No San Fran audio here. Come on with it, baby.
What more do you want?
Come on. Let's get it. Pour your coffee up. Coffee and law time for your mind, baby. Come on with it, baby. What we tell them, baby? What we got? Five, 4, 3, 2, and I'm telling you, come on with it. Come on with it. And 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The longest intro in life, but it's necessary. It is flat out necessary. Cowboy Nation, I appreciate you guys so much. I love y'all to the stars and back. And they decided to do this news late last night, around 10, 11-ish, give or take, depending on where you are at in the United States or on the globe or what have you. But I can say this, though. The Shotty news is more of the same on the offense, but it may be an upgrade on the run game because he liked to run the ball, right? And a few of the things that we've been banging on the table for was the initiative to get Dak Prescott to be a play-action quarterback, right? That's originally all of our arguments here. So we would get that, right? We get that and put that on the shelf. Now, far as newsworthiness, far as him being the quote-unquote most eligible package, that can be argumentative, right? But the Eberflus, no Flugazi, was a news that was announced a little bit afterwards. Some thought that, Robert Saleh would be at play, but, San Fran made an offer that he couldn't refuse. And on top of that, the Cowboys not going to get into a bidding war from somebody from the outside. San Fran was like, well, hey.
Take the money out, all of it.
And the Cowboys, we keep the money in, all of it, So that's what he was saying, all in. It's all in. I'm keeping all of these coins. And that's how that goes, unfortunately, Cowboy Nation, when we look at everything in its totality, But it is a carnival, and I get that. I'm not going to judge this team until after the draft. This is like a situation where you may felt some type of way as it relates to the options. Not to put any Band-Aid on this bullet wound, because you still got to extract the bullet, which is Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. So putting a Band-Aid on and not going to heal anything up. We know the problems, which is Jerry. The issue could be the coaching. What would be the solution is what I'm looking for. I need to find some type of solution. We could talk about the problems and the issues all day. The solutions would be, because we can cry about it, right? Either we can cry about it or we can do something about it, Cowboy Nation. Boycotting, take that out the way. The season going to continue to happen. Flus and Shotty got a 4-year contract. They're here for 4 years. So money already spent. We can't do nothing about it. But the solution piece is the creative ideals. We got the free agency that first we got to adhere to for on our team, 26 free agencies. Now, I would love for Cavante Turpin to get a deal. I would love for us to figure out a way to keep Wanye Thomas, right? I would love for us to figure out Brock Hoffman contract. I would love for us to do those things as it relates to the confines of the 26th free agency. Osa, I need for him to come back into a full fold of things. So I need for us to figure out our self-inventory, and then I need to rob and steal some of the Bears players. Yeah, sure.
Thief! Stop! Thief! Come back, thief!
I need to take away some of the Bears players. Since Flus is going to be here, he should be able to garner some type of influences to rob some of the Bears players, some of the Colts players. That's really good. What if I told you guys, Flus, last season, we know how trashy the Bears been, and, we were right in the category. But they still finished top 15 in defense last year, 12th overall. And when he was at the coaching situation, I think, wow. Shout out to Jerry. I didn't mean to bring you up that fast, Jerry. Even in a accident, we bring you up in clownery form. Yeah. But I want to pull this up, and it's hard, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me find it right quick. And I can't even find it. That's how hard it is, Pause if necessary. All right, here it is. I love Matt Eberflus. It's from Dan Rogers. HIRER. Cowboys missed their chance once and don't miss it again. In his 4 years as DC, his units finished top 10 in fewest points allowed. 3 times, and the top 10 in rushing yards allowed. Take away all of the 4 allowed and takeaways all 4 years. All 4 years. So, Flus, let's give a round of applause for that, man. Who can be mad at that, man? Come on. That's my honest opinion. Flus is good, so. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Come on, choir. So I ain't mad at it, man. So he will bring at least that to the table, So I do like that purpose. I do like the aspect of his mindset.
His credit, at least on the defensive side of the ball. These players buy what he's selling. Because you're a second string, just because you're a third string, they're still at practice with these guys. They still follow the same philosophy. And that's where I give Matt Eberflus credit. His philosophy carries on the defense. It carries from the starters to the third stringers.
All right, so who's on that defense? It's a Michael Parsons, right? Jeez. All right, but neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation. Flus could be the damn near creme de la creme for us. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We were rolling in 2018. Who's old enough to remember the run that we had in 2018? I'm talking about, wow. Once we got Amari Cooper and we started rolling, I'm talking about we look good. Oh, we look good. And then all of a sudden, we went up against Matt Eberflus Indianapolis Colts defense. And that hero, that naysayer, had all types of counters to everything we tried to put out there with Dak and Ezekiel Elliott. This brother had the original blueprint on the Cowboys. We couldn't get a point, baby. Yeah, and the kicker missed the kick. Jameez Olawale, or whatever his name is, he was playing basketball with the football, and he laid out the blueprint. Hit the Cowboys in the nose hard. You can run on that defense because he knew the offense weaknesses and he knew the defense weaknesses. Flus is a damn good coach. He's a better DC than he is a HC. So he laid out the blueprint, and they were like, oh, it was like Independence Day when the people found out how to destroy the aliens, you know. And it was Flu's fault, you know. I go down thinking that Sean McVay for the Rams wouldn't have been able to figure out to beat the Cowboys if we didn't play the damn Colts that regular season when we went to the postseason. But neither here nor there. The Cowboys decided to hire Brian Shotty as the head coach, and let's listen to some of this news reporting from around the world.
Big story out of the NFL on Friday night. The Dallas Cowboys promoting from within, making Brian Schottenheimer their new head coach. He was the offensive coordinator the last 2 seasons. However, he did not call plays under Mike McCarthy. He did join Dallas in 2022 as a coaching analyst, so promoted twice in the organization. 24 years of coaching experience in the NFL, but this will be his first head coaching job. Cowboys went 7-10 this past season, parted ways with Mike McCarthy after 5 seasons in Dallas. And take a look at what Jerry Jones had to say.
Jerry!
I mean, this is something. This is quite a statement. Brian Schottenheimer is known as a career assistant.
What's your
point?
He
ain't Brian no more. He is now known as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys on a scale of 1 to 10? Y'all beautiful people that's watching, salute to you, Sadiq, T.A., shout out to you, Mike. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, everybody that's in the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. How do y'all feel about, not Matt, but Brian Shotty? How do y'all feel about Shotty as a head coach here? Yeah. Shout out to you, David J. Law ain't here to represent how we feel. Shout out to you, man. I didn't put 0 as an option, Pluto. Shout out to you, David J. Michael Hooper says, yo, Law. Okay, 5 in the middle. Right. Sean Jackson, 8. Somebody says a negative 10. Come on. 1 to 10. Come on, baby. 7s and 8s. Okay. Give the man benefit of the doubt. James Jewett says 10. Are you your last name Schottenheimer? Shottenheimer Eberflus. Put that on the spelling test, right? 9, negative 10. Kelvin Phillips upgraded. Oh my good. Lazy higher 5. You know, Jerry shows his true patterns and his true mindset that this brother would rather be comfortable in all thy way, you know. And on top of that, I'm hearing news and noise that it was really this is a Stephen Jones hire.
Brian Schottenheimer. As soon as I tweeted out, I can't see, no way can my brain go there that Jerry Jones names Brian Schottenheimer the replacement. But I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, that they are absolutely in love with him, or Stephen Jones particularly is in love with Brian Schottenheimer. Brian Schottenheimer.
Oh, he is in love. Yes, indeed. That song, sometimes I love her. I love her not. I ain't let her go. She is all I got. Sure. That's Stephen Jones, baby. Triple platinum Jones, man. 10 from Marvin Jenkins, baby. All right, 5 of, and then Jeff says 7. So we do know that we're going to keep things intact as it relates to the coaching plays I meant to say with Shotty, but there's going to be some tweaks. I'm thinking that there's going to be some uniqueness to his particular delivery.
Welcome in two-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden. B-Mac, your reaction here, promoting from within, and in the words of Jerry Jones, he ain't Brian no more.
He ain't lying.
Well, my reaction, Hakeem, I'm surprised. But then as I think back on it, I'm not surprised. I think with the Dallas Cowboys, you have to expect the unexpected. And their entire mindset with this offseason and how they handled this coaching carousel has been confusing, right? You didn't allow Mike McCarthy to interview with other teams just to let him go days later. That didn't make any sense. So it felt like they never had a plan. And now seeing Brian Schottenheimer promoted as the head coach, I mean, the only thing that makes sense for me, Hakeem, is that the continuity he has established with the quarterback in Dak Prescott. Yes, he was a quarterback coach, so he worked hands-on.
Get out of that nose, Mike.
So that relationship is already in place. But outside of that, he's been a career assistant at best. You know, he's been a play caller. But also, too, he had the offensive coordinator title. But he didn't call plays.
He didn't call plays.
He didn't call plays, so I don't understand how can someone have the OC title when you're not calling plays, but then he gets promoted like he was the play caller. That doesn't make any sense to me either.
A lot of people, that's very mind-boggling, you know. All right, we got 2 super chats, man, 3 of them, man. Boy, y'all keeping the lights on. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much, man. You know, man, I thought y'all didn't care about me at first, man, but I appreciate the support.
Take some money out!
Come on with it. Yeah,
Come
man.
on!
Yeah.
Wasting my time, bro. Come on!
All right, the first one, man, from Roddy Wave. Oh, Roddy Simmons. Silver lining. The front office might give Shotty more quality free agents to make sure he succeed and prove their choice was the right one. You know, that's a damn good way to look at it. To be fair, that is a damn good way to look at it, because when you think of it, this could be a situation where but these boys got a reprobated mind. You know, they're gonna keep things going the way that they go. They ain't changing though. They ain't going to go out here opening week of the free agency and make a move or a splash. And if they do, I saw my guy Dak Attack put like powder on his hands and slap himself. I would take an egg and crash it on my head. You know what I'm saying? I would take an egg. I ain't gonna slap myself with any powder, but I would take an egg and crack it on my head if the Cowboys opening week of free agency signing outside, you know what I'm saying? Not somebody inside and say, yeah, that's our free agency move, man, Osa. But if they sign an outside person, man, I would take an egg and crack it on my head. You know, King Red, appreciate you so much.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Come on. My faith is on the line with this team. I pray that the DC will make a huge turnaround this season on defense. I feel like Shotty is Jason Garrett. No. When you hear Shotty speak, you're going to be saying he's far from removed of being a Jason Garrett or a Mike McCarthy. He speaks with assertive. He is a thorough guy. I think that he can command a room. And he got high energy. So all of that, you know, how you doing, guys? Or just like anything. But I'll still be watching to see any common words that he continue to say over and over again. Just like, how you doing, guys? And just like anything, you know. Know what? Somebody ought to mix up how you doing, guys? And just like anything, and put it on a track. Boy, I bet you he can sell. He can sell. Real Prayer says, can Shotty can get these wide receivers open? This is what I would want Shotty to do. Get rid of Prince. Whoever, what's our wide receiver coach named Prince? I forgot his name. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. let's get a wide receiver coach that's aggressive. Teach these boys to greet the ball with their hands. And but he might keep the wide receiver coach because I think the wide receiver coach once coached with him in Coach Land or something. But I think we need another wide receiver coach, man. It's too many of the same problems. At the top of the route, they blow, and some of the concepts of the routes are their problems. But I really – Prince already gone? Robert Prince? Yeah.
Take the money out!
Appreciate y'all. He gone already? So, yes, God dog it. Appreciate y'all for Robert Prince been gone. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, I ain't worried about Robert Prince no more then. So we get a new wide receiver coach that teach these boys to be aggressive at the top of their route, come back, nose the ball, greet the ball, and on top of that, I want my wide receivers to be angry route runners. So with that being said, and I appreciate y'all, man. Boy, y'all good. Boy, I love the nation. I love y'all, man, to the stars and back. But I absolutely need this to happen. I need for our coaches to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, but appreciate y'all. Boy, I didn't know Robert Prince. But watch, y'all gonna see some of the issues that we seen in Miami land over here. But that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Robert Prince.
Champion of the He's waiting a long time for a head coaching opportunity. So why is Jerry Jones giving him one?
Head coach Shotty had a lot of support in the building, not just with Jerry Jones. People at the top really value the relationship they built with Brian Schottenheimer. And the sense around the league is that this is a Dak Prescott hire.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Yes! Here we go! Here we go!
That's one way to, have some flexibilities on the coaching side of it, Shout out to you, man. Randy, Law is not a sexy pick, but I think he is perfect for Dak because we have the run game. Dak wins. Yeah, Randy, appreciate you so much. But come on, man. If it's to be doomed, if it's to be doomed, shout out to you. It's contagious. It's contagious, man. Boy, I'm telling you, man, if it's to be doomed,
Take the money out! All of it!
it's Dak Prescott fault. Put DPF. Put DPF in the chat, baby, because it's still Dak Prescott fault. Decoy Owens, appreciate you. This was a depression hire. Troy was right, though. Being a coach of Dallas Cowboys is not a premier job anymore. Oh, my gosh.
Spartans! What is your profession?
But you know what? Appreciate you, Owens. Are you related to T.O.? But I would say this. With that being said, this is what we got to consider and solidify too. And we got David J with the $10 support.
David J, $10. People need to go back and see what Shotty was doing in Seattle. Russell Wilson was playing some of his best ball during that time. He was let go because Carroll thought he was too aggressive.
So we're going to be an aggressive team, huh?
Take the money out! All of it!
Man, boy, what we got here?
Darren Posey, $20. I can't take this riggery anymore. Riggs.
I can't take this anymore. Shout out to you, Posey. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Damn.
Jeez, man. All right, well, what I got to say?
Ready?
Here's what we got right here. I guess if the Cowboys going to pay $250 million to someone, and then also they're going to have duties on, you're going to be on the scout team. You're going to make sure you find a coach too, because we paying you all of these coins. So a part of that is that you find us a doggone coach. But let me refresh this one.
champion of the bid. He's waiting a long time for a head coaching opportunity. So why is Jerry Jones giving him one?
Head coach Shotty had a lot of support in the building, not just with Jerry Jones. People at the top really value the relationship they built with Brian Schottenheimer. And the sense around the league is that this is a Dak Prescott hire. Dak Prescott likes Schottenheimer and the offense, the chemistry they have together. He likes the continuity that he brings. So it's kind of just running it back in a lot of ways, even though Mike McCarthy, if they could have found maybe some common ground on the number of years on a deal, he would still be there as of a couple weeks ago, but they just couldn't. So Schottenheimer stays in-house, and there is shock around the league that he somehow rose to the top here despite some other qualified candidates like Kellen Moore. The stage was set for him to get this job. He really wanted this job, and here he is. It didn't work out. So
I think you know what I'm thinking, though? I'm being real with y'all, man. I'm being real. No fakeism. No false, no flugazis. Appreciate you, Owens. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah!
Wrong button, but it still fits.
Take the money out! All of it! Come on!
Yeah, it's Owen says it's Prescott hire, so if it doesn't work, we'll blame him. Yeah. It's all Prescott fault now. Shit. Hey, in the mix of all of the chaos here, it's still Rain Dakota Prescott fault, you know. So even as flugazy, even though there's no flugazy on our area, but even as crazy as this all is, this is still Dak Prescott fault. And somehow I'm an apologist for pointing out that there'll be somebody saying, no, he got everything given to him, man. He's getting everything. But no, but to go back to the point of what I'm trying to make ultimately, what if the no Kellen Moore effect really worked? What if all of the no Kellen Moore hashtag, what if the Cowboys woke up and they saw the no Kellen Moore hashtag that Boss Cowboys Sports then got trending on Twitter and got that movement going, the hashtag no Kellen Moore? What if, because they check, it's been reported that they check every bead of information that's out there on the social medias, right? And they do. And I got proof of it, you know, because I've been contacted by the Star in Frisco on some of my posts, but neither here nor there. They check they check the social media ways, and what if, I'm just putting this out there, the hashtag no Kellen Moore effect, because they said that Kellen Moore ultimately really wanted the job, just been reported here. What if the no Kellen Moore changed the mindset to get, dare I say, the Dallas Cowboys to say, you know what, let's give Shotty a chance? What if that was the reason in the situation and scenario? Because that could be the most tangible thing that we can say and talk about. The hashtag no Kellen Moore done fool around and change the Cowboys' philosophy on who they're going to hire, and salute to the new media, because that could be a very much so tangible thing. What if Shotty knows the running or throwing? What is Shotty known for? Is it running or throwing? He's more known for his running approach. Inside zone runs, there'll be a lot of them. It's going to be a lot of us attacking the ball and going motion. He loved motion. I used to have a clip of him talking about that. Let me see if I can pull that together while you submitted that super chat. But I appreciate y'all, man. That could be one of the things. Let's listen to him and his approach on the run philosophy. Just give me 1 second here. There we go.
Thought from your, wanted to pick your brain on the run game a little bit, because you are. I mean, I've always thought from your dad and with you, you've always had a good running game everywhere you've gone, and it seems like right now everyone from the Shanahan tree is having a tremendous success. And you talk about the outside zone, but for you, depending on your offensive line and your runner, what can you do from a coaching standpoint to try and help them have more success and give you some advantage in the run game?
Yeah, I think here's what's crazy about the league right now. What we see defenses trying to catch up. What do I mean by that? We've always been the ones that control what I call the rules of engagement, which means we pick the personnel, we pick the formation, we pick the motion, we pick the shift, we pick we pick everything. And so run or pass. And what you see from defenses now is the multiplicity of defenses that we're seeing and the amount of fronts that we're having to block has made it a lot harder. And so what we believe as a staff and what we want to be is we want to be multiple. Mm-hmm. And our multiplicity should help us attack the entire field, right? Whereas, again, a lot of the Shanahan guys, I remember watching Mike and his guys run it, to perfection with Terrell Davis and those guys, the outside zone. But we want to be multiple, and we're going to run our outside zones, but we're going to have a little inside zone, and we're going to get the ball in the perimeter. Mm-hmm. And has made it defenses that were run or pass, and we pick the shift, we pick we pick everything.
Let's get in.
And so run or pass. And what you see from defenses now is the multiplicity of defenses that we're seeing and the amount of fronts that we're having to block has made it a lot harder. And so what we believe
listen properly.
What we want to be is we want to be multiple. Mm-hmm. And our multiplicity should help us attack the entire field.
All right, baby. We got us a thug. We got us a thug as a damn head coach. He a thug, baby. Yeah, I just saw it, baby. He a thug. I know you getting bored chilling with him. I know you miss my thugging. Yeah. I bet you he's the first coach to have a tattoo on his arm. I thought I saw it, baby. Yeah. He's the first coach over here to have a tattoo on his arm, baby. Yeah. I had to go back and look at it again. Come on, man. Y'all hit that like button. Share this content on this beautiful Saturday. Come on with it, baby. So hold on. Y'all bear with me. I'm working behind the scenes with my face freezing. Hold on. Yeah. Come on with it, baby. Do y'all see it? Come on. It's on his arm. Come on, baby. We got some. Yeah. We got Thug Shotty, Thug Love. Please tell these. Come on, baby. Look at that tattoo on his arm. That ain't Jerry Jones' name, ain't it? Come on, baby. Yeah. We got the first coach in Cowboys history with a tattoo on his arm, Yeah, my body be punished for hard living. Hands on the strap, so praying, so Father, please forgive me. Police be rushing when they see me. I flaunted America's Most Wanted live on TV like pleasure and pain. I'm stuck in this game. Holler my name. We all gonna die. We bleed through similar veins, baby. We got us a thug as a coach. Come on, y'all see that tattoo over there? Come on with it. Yeah. So he's far from a Jason Garrett. He's far from a Wade Phillips and a Mike McCarthy. Come on with it. Come on with it. He gonna have a full sleeve on the sideline. He can't show that tattoo now. Come on. Yeah, Kelly Moore got a smooth arm. He don't got no tattoos. Come on, man. Somebody, I hope you got your ginkgo and your ginseng and your mushroom coffee. I hope y'all got all of those things, or your coffee in general.
A lot of surprise doesn't mean he can't do well. They're going to have a good staff. Sources tell me that Matt Eberflus, recent Chicago Bears head coach, will be heavily in the mix, probably as a defensive coordinator. So that's one to watch.
Okay. We're champion of the division.
So we intervened, man, in a good way. Cowboy Nation, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Come on with it.
Math doesn't math.
It doesn't math. Now, he has called plays throughout his professional career. He's been an OC for 12 seasons when you look at what he did with the Jets, the Rams, St. Louis Rams, and then most recently the Seattle Seahawks. He's called plays, but his time with the Cowboys, he didn't call one play. So just this promotion it's confusing, and the only person that knows exactly what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys is Jerry Jones.
Pause it right here. All right, so in the past 2 seasons, I get it. We can call Mulligan for last year if you want to do that, if you want to include that. I'm taking these numbers, though, collectively. 6th in total points. 9th and these they add in both years. But if you take away last year, these numbers will be even better. But 9th in total yards per game, and 3rd down percentages. This is a top 10 offense. If you really quantify the last 2 seasons. Now, they said that he didn't call the plays. He did some installments, he looked over some packages and things like that, but he didn't call the plays. He just did the installments, the setup for the week. And some of the installments that was told to us on the latter end of the season by putting Kevontae Turpin at halfback. That's more Flus. So we probably can get some of that stuff going.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a comfortable move, right? That's what it looks like because you have the familiarity with Brian Schottenheimer. Dallas offense, 6th in points per game, 9th in total yards per game the past 2 seasons. But BMAC, while the fan base is not going to be too pleased about this, Dallas, they want to splash. I mean, you played against that organization. You know what it's like to play against the Cowboys defensively, and that's what you did. You were a star defensive back. They were 28th in total defense. So I asked Logan Ryan this same question. Are you keeping Mike Zimmer, or are you looking elsewhere?
I would think.
No, there's a little bit old there. Look, we didn't hire Flus. So the elixir, the splash to me is Flus. Eberflus is the splash to me because like the tweet said earlier, this dude finished out in top 10 defenses his 4 seasons as a DC. What if I told you all that when Quinn was here, and I'm not beating up Quinn, I don't want to go back and forth with you guys on Quinn and these sorts of things. But when Dan Quinn was here, the 3 years that he was here, on overall or total defense, we never finished out in top 10. We finished in categories. Pressure was one of the things that we finished top in. Turnovers, we finished in those things. But stopping the run, we always hovered around 20 and 25. So if we can, look, the best season to understand like what Flus was able to do with his defense, was he here in 2015, ladies and gentlemen? That's the best sense that you can probably look at. Shoot, we had a good defense, just couldn't have a quarterback. We had a good running game, we just didn't have a quarterback in 2015. I want you guys to look that up. We finished 3rd in rushing, and we finished top 10 in defense in 2015. We just didn't have things to match, So that's just for what it is. NFC Championship game, first year. Appreciate you. I can only hope that those things can materialize into those particular factors. But, there are a lot of people, as I'm reading the comments, there are a lot of people are on the lines of moving on from this team. Randy says the law, he would get our linebackers. He helped Sean Lee and D Ware. Yeah.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, he'll get those linebackers going. Yeah, Carter says he was here from 2011 to 2017. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That 2015 defense was nice. 2016 defense was a defense that was an opportunistic defense. We still had issues with that defense on literally. We didn't have enough playmakers. 16 and 17, we didn't have enough playmakers. Outside of what, Law? You can't name it. But Flus was the first guy to turn SHIT into sugar. He tried to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it was still nasty. It was still nasty. But Flus, unfortunately, they gave the man tacos. He said, "I'm up out of here." Yeah. But there are still people, Y'all calling me delusional. I'm not putting a cape on for either the quarterbacks, not the quarterbacks, but either the coaches, the coordinators, the OC nor the DC, or the head coach, which is going to be the OC/head coach. I'm not putting a cape on for those boys, but I'm going to tell you guys that a lot of people is feeling like this guy right here, and his name is Michael Fabiano. I think that's how you say his name, Fabiano.
Well, everybody, I woke up this morning and I was hoping it was a nightmare, but it wasn't. Brian Schottenheimer is still the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So I am making an official announcement. I've been a Cowboys fan since 1981. I went through 1-15 and 3-13. I went through Chan Gailey, and I went through Dave Campo, and I went through Jason Garrett. I went through them all. Hell, I had the privilege of being a fan when Tom Landry was the head coach. But it's over. I want to root for a team that wants to win. Jerry Jones doesn't want to win. Jerry Jones just wants to see his name in lights, good or bad. And this is an awful hire. I'm sorry, Brian Schottenheimer. It's nothing personal. This is an awful hire. It's an awful hire. Jerry wants to win? No, he doesn't. He wants his name in lights. That's what Jerry wants. Jerry doesn't care about the fans. Jerry cares about Jerry.
Facts.
And that's why, after over 40 years of being a Cowboys fan.
40 years.
I got to break up with them. I can't do it anymore. I can't. All right? I can't do it. Maybe someday I'll come back. But right now, I'm out. I'm done. And I'm here to announce that I am now a Detroit Lions fan. That's right, baby. I don't care if the Lions have been the lovable losers for as long as I can remember. I love Dan Campbell. I love David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta and all of them. Hutch, Anzalone, all of them.
Let me ask you, that's in the chat. Are you out? Marty, Unlucky, Fog, David J, John Long, Ice Cold Cowboy, 1980, 187, come on with it, Trevere, I think that's how you say your name, Antron, David J, Pexy, what is your profession,
Bartend! What is your profession?
Jerry can't change my love for this team. I'm not a die soft fan. He's a die soft guy, This guy to put on, now that's putting on a cape for y'all saying that, hey, Law's putting on a cape. He's a die soft fan. You mean to tell me, based off of the decisions of Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, and you saying that you've been rocking with the nation since 1981, based off of their decisions, you're going to give it up? You're going to give it up? You're going to go run and go root for another team that haven't even made it far than what we've been doing? They just been doing just as bad, or dare I say even worse. It may look pretty on the outside. They just lost their OC and they lost their DC. They scrambling and scraping to see if they can find another OC and a DC, right? So welcome to the Cowboys, because he probably, even though, he's saying this and that, he probably too young to remember. When you good, oh yeah, people gonna start looking at your staff and pulling them. They pull Dave Wanstead and these sorts of things from us. But in the 90s, you know how that goes. But I'm forever Cowboy, just like he said. But I'm gonna stay. As crazy as it may be, and as foolish as it may sound, Cowboy Nation, I'm sticking right by my team. I ain't going nowhere, you know. And Flus, and we know how bad the Chicago Bears were last season. And trust and believe. You know, offense 27, special team 20th, but their defense was still 12th. So I can tell you guys that the splash hire, it may not be what we want, and we ain't gonna never get what we want, you know, as it relates to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. We'll be looking right at the screen talking about how many years we've been saying, go get this guy, go get that guy. I was banging on the table with both hands like, come on, DK Metcalf, he's right there, my Mississippi boy. I don't give a dog if we made an acquisition to get Amari Cooper. We can have Amari Cooper and DK Metcalf, but it was Tristan Hill. Jeez. Come on with it.
Diddy $10.
Diddy!
Get me Ashton Jeanty and a number 2 WR, and Doc will carry us again, just like he did with Kellen and Mike McCarthy. Shotty ain't as bad. I'm here forever. Yes, indeed. Diddy said he ain't going nowhere. They getting him up out of the jail to come on over here. Come on with it, Diddy. Come on, appreciate you, man. Thank you. So shout out to him for his support and his love and adulations for the nation. No Diddy, but Diddy no Diddy. Diddy is and Diddy does. Come on with it. So shout out to him, man. Diddy, appreciate you. 1758, stop giving the Joneses your money. Don't you people get it? They don't respect you or care about you, and with the evil faces.
He ain't lying.
It's rough, 1758. It's rough because a third of the people were supporting his team before he bought the team, right? The money, the revenue is coming from them TV dollars. We got a 4-year contract. Put it like this. For us to spread cheeks and dump fecal matter all over Matt Eberflus and Shotty, what did they do to deserve that? They didn't nobody put a gun to their head and say, hey, we want you guys to be the coach here. No. So how can you not show support? We got 10 draft picks. So how can we stop showing support to those 10 individuals that had nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys decision making? Like, for example, Ashton Jeanty. I'm about to say Ashanti Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty. Luther Burden. Tet McMillan. If any of these boys get drafted here, we can't show support for those guys. They didn't do nothing for this. They don't deserve to be treated the way they're going to get treated, right? Because of the decisions of Jerry. Randy says, what the role do Jason Witten get, Law? I think he may get the tight end coach. He may get the tight end coach role. And he's not better than Lunda Wells, especially not better than probably anybody we can go out there and search, but you got to start somewhere. So that's just what it is. So it's hard, man. So we are a fan base that's divided, right? Based off of the decisions that Jerry is making. But, you know, you just got to support. You got to support family, man. It's for what it is, man. What happens? Too broke to pay attention, and somebody reach out to Too Cool because he's hurt somewhere. He's hurt with this Deion Sanders thing. Jeez. Law, I think the trio, CD, Turpin, and Tolbert could be very effective in Shotty. Just need to figure out how to get them boys open. Thoughts? All right, so if we're going to be a heavy run team, the Jonathan Mingo makes plenty of sense now because he's a damn good blocker and he's a bigger body, bigger frame. So remove Tolbert up out of there. Let me go with CD, Mingo, Maybe we go into this draft and we draft another wide receiver. We put true teams, right? True teams will put Tolbert on a trading block or something like that to see what you can get something back in return. A true team will look at Jalen Brooks and say, hey, something wrong with you on the top of your routes. Maybe the new wide receiver coach can teach these boys some new things, some new tricks. But a true GM will be on the trading blocks to get rid of those boys after they make their necessary draft picks in this particular draft. But no offense to you, Tolbert, but it's just for what it is. I need grit. I need somebody that can be getting people up out of there on run support. So, not saying that Tolbert is a weakling, but and he played through a pinky, broken pinky, and all of this. But I need better people to be on run support if we're gonna run the ball a lot. Yeah, flow. So Ryan Flournoy, Mingo, CeeDee Lamb, those three right there can be a good run support deal, and you still got to keep your mind open for what CeeDee can do, and then continue to use Turpin in the backfield, some end rounds. Turpin gonna get some yards this year, y'all. I'm for real. Yeah. The JB2 says nobody want Tolbert unless he get cut. Yeah. And you gonna get grit back over here with Flus. Flus ain't no Flugazi guy, man. Come on with it. So and just for those man who's thinking otherwise, I get it. But let's listen to one of the most hated.
I get your point, RC, because there's no reason for you and others to talk about the Cowboys. For me to have ammunition to laugh at them, I mean, this is right in my wheelhouse. I mean, they're giving it to me. This is Christmas arriving early if they do this. I mean, you're just giving it to me right there, right on a silver platter, because we know more of the same is going to occur.
No doubt, riding since 1991. Can't nobody run me off. This is TA Cowboys. Come on.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yes. We're not casting, and if you're Brian Schottenheimer, let's be clear. We're not casting aspersions on you acting like you don't know football or whatever the case may be. Nobody's insulting you. What we're talking about is the climate and the environment, Brian Schottenheimer. We're talking about the fact that you weren't even calling plays. Now, Kellen Moore was, and what did Jerry let Mike McCarthy do? Get rid of Kellen Moore, okay? And so then he calls plays. And then you going to go from that to...
Got another super chat. Appreciate you. See, Hayes, what's going on with you? We have to, and hold on, bear with me. Let me pull it up. Get my hooked on phonic eyes together. Okay. He says we have to pray that Jerry's name is in that JFK or MLK file that Trump declassified, so he would be forced to sell the team. Oh my God. Jeez.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now.
All right, so Jerry, boy, he been slicker than a can of oil, boy. He's slicker than Diddy oil. Jerry been sliding out of all of these allegations, and he still got an ongoing SA allegation, by the way, and nobody's bringing that up, but that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get that knock at the door, but he do have an SA allegation that's on the table right now, by the way. There's just nobody bringing it up, and the courts asked for an extension or continuancy to push it back, so he just continued. He got enough money that he continue to push that case back. But y'all can look up that SA case that he got at 82. So I'm just saying, I'm pointing out.
Primetime Deion Sanders being a candidate to hiring somebody you wouldn't even allow to call plays for you. You've given the Dallas faithful no source of inspiration whatsoever. I almost can't believe it's on the verge of happening. It is a complete blah hire. And if Jerry Jones does this, it really, really, really cements what so many people suspect, that he wants it to be more about him than about winning, because nobody is going to believe that Brian Schottenheimer is going to propel you to heights that Mike McCarthy and and everybody else could not do. Nobody's going
to do it. And Streaming A. Smith have the sentiments of of a lot of people. Keep hope alive. I see you, fam. Glenn Capers, who will be the OC? I think the play designer is more important than the head coach in today's NFL. Thoughts? Y'all thought I was lying. Nobody's going to be the OC.
Nobody, baby.
Y'all thought I was playing around when I said that, man, Brian Shotty is the Temu version of Kyle Shanahan.
Take the money out!
Yeah, so whoever calling plays, dare I say, in 49ers land, we dipping and re-rinsing and re-repeating. That's why the Cowboys was out on Bobby Slowick. They're like, nah, we good. We got Jerry Jones is so crafty. He's so crafty, him and Stephen Jones, on the way that they setting this up. Them brothers figure out a way that they can get 2 for 1. You can get 2 for 1. Yeah, you can get a head coach plus an OC. Shoot, and save me money. Come on with it.
Take the money out!
Shoot. So Jerry and Steven getting over. They don't have to pay an OC. They just pay the head coach once. They figure it out with Mike McCarthy. Jeez. So that's just how that goes, unfortunately. And we stuck in the twilight zone. But I can tell you, if the players are saying that, hey, they like Shotty and they were a year removed from being a top 5 offense, and if they can bring that in, maybe he did a lot of things that we don't know. So that's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
The Cowboys look for them to cross the finish line and hire Brian Schottenheimer. That is settling. We are watching the fall of a great American institution. He's not even interviewing for other jobs. 7 and 10 football teams don't move off a coach and then hire the offensive coordinator who didn't call plays. So it just illustrates the directionless state of the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy, a Super Bowl winning coach, to Deion Sanders, a very promising college coach, to an offensive coordinator in the building for a 7 and 10 team that didn't call plays. Dallas Cowboy fans, I'm not overreacting here. You would become the Jaguars. You are lost at sea. I said this. If it was not...
Jeez. Boy, oh my gosh, boy. The misery continue, you know. Boy, this means it's going to be a setup for a good comeback, baby. You know, they say if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, baby. And everybody dogging the Cowboys, this is when we flourish the best. So I want everybody to keep that same energy. I need for y'all to keep that same energy. I do. I absolutely love it, because at the end of the day, we are what they say they are, and that is the underdog. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. So be sure when you download Underdog, use promo code LAW. That's underdogfantasy.com. Be sure to check us out. Get up to 1,000 in bonus cash. Claim your 50% deposit match. Come on with it. So y'all check us out, Underdog Fantasy, and let's continue to talk about this, because I love it in every shape, form, or factor.
Every time the Cowboys job is open, everyone thinks of all the biggest names we can in the league. Oh, who wouldn't want to coach America's team? Yeah. Well, one, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't, because they get zero control, because Jerry will never give that up.
Right.
Also, he doesn't spend a lot of money on his coaches, because he doesn't spend a lot of money on anything that he doesn't have to. He would be more content to have someone as among the lower paid coaches in the league come in, just coach the team while him and his son pick the players. I don't know why any top candidate would want to go there. He tends to just lean on familiarity, guys who know how the organization works. So, for years we heard, Sean Payton might make the move from New Orleans to Dallas. He used to be the OC there. Jerry loves him, and it never happened. And I think a big part of that is because Sean Payton would have wanted more control. So that's why guys like Brian Schottenheimer, Kellen Moore are the names that come up. And it seems like they don't expand the search much beyond that because they just stick where they're comfortable with. And it's a big reason why they don't ever take that next step.
Jerry Jones is the problem, and I don't think they have any sort of plan. And if it is Brian Schottenheimer, just close up shop.
Every time.
Man, every outlet has said we are destined for doom. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So with that being said, if it's destined for doom and everything and anything that could possibly happen is in a negative connotation, then boy, we are in crazy shape here. And it's one of those things that Cowboy Nation, we going to have to adhere to. Boy, it's crazy. Hold on.
Looking at the defensive side of the football, this is why, I mean, it's a tough question to ask, right? But can Flus save his job because of how the defense is shaping up? How many offensive coordinators do you give a head coach so that he can get it right? Like, would you be surprised if Ryan Poles came down and was like, listen, we like what we're building here on the defensive side of the ball? If in 4 weeks of this season, the offense doesn't give the football back repeatedly, and in 3 of them, I believe they go for touchdowns. Pick 6, 2 pick 6s, I want to say, and a strip fumble that goes for a touchdown as well, right? Like if you're not having those conversations, you're talking about defenses that gave up 21 to 24 points in a game. If you can't win that game in the modern NFL, that's on your offense's problem.
Shout out to them. So that's a good, fair, and balanced approach. All right. Owen states that just because he didn't call the plays in the last couple of years doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to call plays. You're right. And I have no rebuttal to that, but I appreciate you. You're right. And I think that message is more so for the people, that's in the chat. You know, I get it. Bang down on Shotty right now before we even get a chance to see the results. I'm not here to put a cape on the brother, right? But if you somehow riding through Dallas, right, and you heard the news and you swerve and someone else swerve and they heard the news and they fool around and bang down on you, right, and now you are in a car wreck, I guarantee you the people that you need to call, they won't drop the ball. Yeah, they would take good care of you.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
214-817 and all of the 3s your hand can dial. And if you don't have hands due to the car wreck, man, may God bless you. But you can still figure out a way to go to frankelfirm.com and they will take great care of you there. And when you're there, they got over 100 years of combined experiences. Yes, indeed. So they'll take great care of you, not advantages of you, like those insurance companies. So be sure to check out Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. They reached out and said, hey, call line's been off the line. Talking about Jerry Jones. What can we do? Well, I don't know, man. Jerry, he might end up outliving us all. But hey, if it's ever a situation that you need to call Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, be sure to give them a call. But at this time for your mind, call Law Nation Sports at 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. Come on. From the 9-10 too cool for school Deion Sander, personal assistant, is on the hotline. What's going on, man? What happened, bro? Talk to me, man.
What up, Law?
What's good?
Hey, I ain't even got nothing to say, but you know what though?
What
All
up?
I'm gonna say is this: this hiring right here, this hiring is on two people.
Okay.
So all I need the Dak fans to understand. This hiring is on two people. After this one, after this year and next year, there are no more excuses. I need no more excuses. When we're talking about culture, we can't talk about it no more. When we're talking about the offense and the defense, if we see the same thing that we seen last year,
right?
If Dak get a running back, I don't want to hear it no more. Like, bro, we have exhausted all excuses. He get a running back.
He get a running back. He get Genty. The savior is Genty. The savior is Genty, right? The guy who never played a down in the National Football League.
I won't even say the savior is Genty, right? Because for me, in the first round, I'm going to get a receiver. I think this is a deep running back class. I think this is a deep running back class where you don't have to pull the trigger so early in the first round. When it comes to top-tier talent at receivers, the top-tier talent is going to go in the first round. Those three receivers that's going in the first round, the top 15 picks, that's where the talent at. You have to get one of those playmakers to go opposite of
Get as many top 100 players you can, but this is part of the problem. We see the dysfunctions right now, even as we speak upon the things that's not even foreseeable yet, right? We can't rely on rookies to be the savior of this particular team, and that is the absolute unknown. That's why there are things called known commodities versus the unknown commodities, right? And the Cowboys, if they want to make immediate impact far as change, they're going to have to dance into free agency. Pay attention to some of those teams that's going to make major moves in the free agency, And if you look at the landscape, the teams that's remaining now, they made moves in the free agency, So that's how it goes, unfortunately, bro. But I appreciate you for calling in. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick now. Hey, if Tech McMillan slide and you got Luther Burden and Emeka Buka, hey man, I think Luther Burden gonna be the best, and Emeka right behind him in this class. I got Burden 1, I got Emeka 2, and then I got Tech. Just watch how their careers play out. That's how I'm doing this.
Well, definitely. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that. But hands down, in my observation, man, it's Tech. But I feel what you're saying, bro. Shout out to you, too cool. Yeah.
All right, bro. Keep up what you're doing.
No doubt. So I like Luther. I like what he can bring into the team, if possible. We all love Luther Vandross, But shoot, I can't pass up on Tet like that. I like Tet to the degree, if it's Tet and Ashton Genty there, give me Tet, and then I'll find me some plenty down the line with these damn running backs in this class, right? and that's what I would do. Tet is my go-to guy, right? Now, the thing is, the difference between wide receiver and running backs, they do both play a major role on what team they go to, right? So if Tet fool around and go to a team that they don't have a quarterback that can hit water if he fell off a boat, then he ain't going to be no good. You ain't going to be able to see the value, Yeah, but if Genty go to a team that's with a decent offensive coordinator and partial good blockers up front, then he may shine. Or if he go to a team that don't know how to use him correctly, he can look terrible too, right? You got to run the ball in order to be valuable in this particular league. But there's so many unknowns as it relates to that. Yeah, Cam Scatterboo, you can get him in the later rounds. I think that the running back, some positions in the NFL Combine will get people looking a certain way at certain players. Some people's stock is going to drop. Some people's stock is going to rise. That's just how that goes. I got Cowboys Roy in the building, man. Talk to me.
Hey, Law.
What's good?
Law, let me tell you something, man. Everybody's underestimating this Schottenheimer pick, man. I'm totally for it, man, because what we've been complaining about. Not being able to run the ball.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be able to run the ball.
Facts.
Now, here's my question is this. And we're going to find out real soon how much power Schottenheimer has to build a team. And we'll know if he's the real deal or is he a placeholder for Jason Witten. He's one or the other. We're going to find that out real quick. We're going to find out real quick. Is he the real deal? And we'll find out if he's allowed to get the players he wants, if he's allowed to play in free agency and get the guys he wants in free agency, or if they shut him down and say, no, you can't do this, we don't have money for that, and then he's just a placeholder for Jason Witten.
Yeah,
so
we're going to definitely find out because of this factor, too. We got third place schedule, right? And it's a difference of 2 or 3 games, right? You're going to also have the fact, and we hoping on this, though, and if we can use hope, that these guys can stay healthy, right? It's not like, believe it or not, with all of the battered and bruised and the injuries, should we 1 or 2 games out of it for going to the postseason this year, right?
Exactly.
So people fail to realize that part of it. Like, we've been hit with a slew of injuries, and we still had a chance at the tip to get in. So, So I think that if this team can stay healthy, if we can get 1 or 2 more explosive guys, whether it's offense or defense, I know the defense is about to get to jumping. Oh my God, Flus finna at least get his defense jumping, and I think that we're going to be better than what we appear to be. Yeah.
But on the defense side, Law, I love what Zimmer was doing with that mug, A-gap mug, man. I love that, man. But now I don't know. Is Gunther coming back?
Paul Gunter.
Is he coming back? He knows that defense. He knows that defense. Paul Gunter. If he comes back, then I say, we got a chance because he knows Zim's defense.
Well, you got Flus in, and every man want to run his program. So what the Cowboys should do, I don't mind here and there the Cowboys gotten some of their hands on offense because Jerry Jones used to be an offensive lineman back in the days and these sorts of things. But he for damn sure don't know anything about defense. So I think that he should allow Flus to get his people together on the defensive side. But that's neither here nor there.
Shotty got to get rid of Solari. We got to get it. If he gets a new offensive line coach, we in it.
It's already in the works. It's already in works. Lunda Wells is interviewing. I'm hearing soft news about him being in play as the offensive coordinator. I mean, as the offensive line coach.
Yeah. But hey, man, I hope he does well. I really do. I think he's going to do all right. He's going to do all right, man.
Appreciate you, man, for calling in, Roy. Thank you, man. How about them Cowboys, man? Come on with it. I'll say this, though, and don't take my words as hype, y'all. Don't take them as hype, because I can hear y'all hyping up Flus. No. What I'm trying to get rid of is the Scott McCurleys of the world and Jeff Blasco's. Robert Prince's, they no longer here. Some of these coaches that didn't really, Robert Prince was a little bit better than Blasco and Scott McCurleys. But them boys shouldn't even be welcome back, right? But if I can bring back anybody on the D-line, coach, I'm bringing back Jeff Skinner. I'm saying, Skinner, I can't have you go back to Washington, man. Come on, bro. What you got, man? I know you got another year you can pull out. You've been working with these guys all year long. Let's continue to build that, right? And then I like Jeff Skinner, his approach onto the game, right? I'm trying to pull. If Zim already thought about retiring, he didn't retire. He got a young Swede, got a young Tenderoni. They may want to see the world. He got more years behind him than in front of him. She got more years in front of her, if life worked its way out. So she need to enjoy it with him. So he don't need to be out here coaching and fool around and pass out, and now she's going to have to find her another Swede with all of his money. So he need to enjoy his money. Enjoy your life, Mike Zim. You can come in as a consultant here and there, give all of the answers to the test to Eberflus, and then go on your honeymoon. Go see the world. You done worked hard for it. God bless you. You're a very blessed man to make all of that money in your career. So enjoy it, man. And that's something that Jerry Jones should have been doing. That's something that Stephen Jones. They don't need to be doing this work. They can let somebody else work. That's the number one problem. They working too much. Jerry, Steven, y'all get out of here. Go see the world. Go to Dubai. Go to Canada. Go to Guam. Go somewhere and leave us Cowboy people alone. That's what they need to do, right? So let's go. The next caller from the 984. You're live on the Nation. Talk to your boy.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, Long? It's Rico, man. How you doing?
Oh, what's up, Rico? Without the extensions, baby. Hey, what's good?
Yeah, look here, I got some good news and I got some bad news.
What's that, Rico?
Which one you want first?
Man, give me the bad. Give me the bad. Give me the bad first, and then give me the good.
No,
well, give me the good.
The good news first.
Well, give me the good, man.
Good news is
good news.
For all them Cowboy fans. Every time we bring in a new coach, Steven gonna spend money. Think about it when Mike came in. We went and got Dante Poe, all them boys. You remember?
Well, that monopoly money right there, man. We got some old and grays, some over the hill guys.
Look here. He gonna spend money because he wants to prove us wrong. He is. Now watch what I tell you. They gonna flip that switch and that $100 million gonna come. And we're gonna draft pretty well because we positioned pretty good. See, that was all the setup. They set Mike McCarthy up from day one. You see what I'm saying? And then when he did less with work more, they said, damn, we got to bring him back because Cowboy fans make us look stupid. So now they went and got their puppet. And the thing about it is, Shotty, he going to do a lot of things y'all say he do, and they going to bag him.
Okay.
And that's the good news. Now, here comes the bad news.
All right, what's the bad?
The bad news is we're going to still be the most penalized team. Like I told you the other day, going 15, 16, how many more years? Because of no accountability. Okay. Because at the end of the day, this is the three things they get with Schottenheimer: cheat, comfortability, and control. And when you got that right there, when players when players don't have to worry about coaches pulling and snatching that chain, because they want them. Right. Culture problem. See, the culture still ain't gonna be changed.
Culture ain't gonna change. I feel you on that, man.
That's right. So guess what? We're gonna win some games like we always do.
We're gonna win some games.
When we get in them good games. Yeah. When we get in them good games with them good teams, and like they say on any given Sunday, it's a game of inches. That's when we're gonna show up. That's when we're gonna show up. That's when Jerry and Steven and gonna show up, because you're gonna take the ability. You're gonna take the what's the old saying? You're gonna take the identity of who your leaders are. And we know who they are.
They're going to scalpel, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Rico. Hold on. Pause for a few seconds. Pause for a few seconds, Rico. I got a super chat.
Sam, $19.99.
Hold on.
Why does it matter who the HC is for the Cowboys? Why is everyone shitting on Shotty? Hess not one of the big names in the media, but who's to say they're gonna work out as HCs? End of the day, Shotty will either be great.
He says, Shotty, he made the super chat, Rico, and he said why people are taking a dump. I'm going to paraphrase on Shotty. But you did bring up some good, valuable points at it, and shout out to you, Rico. He departed from the phone line. But I really appreciate y'all, man, for calling in. Sam, I'm with you. Give the man a chance to fail at least and see how things can go. I've been to a few practices out in Frisco. And I got it somewhere on one of the thousands of videos that we have here on Law Nation Sports. And my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, was right with me. He was right beside me on the video. And I was pointing out the fact that Terrence Steele false started, right? And there was a coach by the name of Shotty, went straight to him and said, you get out. You get out of this rotation. You false start. And they brought up another person. And I said, see that moment right there? That identifies that brother right there. Whenever he is here, he is making some type of demand that he want perfections out there. Normally, they let these guys continue to be on the line, but at least he pulled them. So I'm going to say this, though. Discipline is more than just seeing when you are an undisciplined team flags and stuff. It's all to do with responsibilities. And you don't become a top 10 in defense when you have lack of discipline. That is, if you have foresight, you come down and fill. If you have contain on the edge, you can't beat your feet and get inside. You got to have contain. You can't go for the eye candy. Hopefully, with Flus, that we'll see some of those things, those sands of what the Cowboys trying to do as hero ball dissipate and get gone from this particular team. And hopefully, with Shotty calling the shots now, that we can see on 3rd and 1, discipline will be line up, you get the first down, live to fight another day. You don't go for a Hail Mary. Those will be the things that we're looking from. Hopefully, and I don't know if Marty is still alive. If he is, maybe he can pull some information from his father, because Marty was really good on ways he assembled his team together, and hopefully that will be transferred over to Shotty. That's all we can hope for. Outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, it could be more the same. I'm not saying that Shotty was the best candidate, because we all seen Aaron Glenn, we all seen Ben Johnsons of the world, we all had other guys that, hell, to a degree, we could have waited and got Bill Belichick. But, that didn't work out for us. But we will find out down the line. I got from the 214, Darius. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
You're absolutely right, Lo. I wanted Ben Johnson or Joe Brady. I'm going to say
yep.
that first.
Oh, Joe Brady. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have waited for him. When they hired Shotty, did they have a Super Bowl in mind? That's what I wanted to know was, did they hire him out of wanting to get a Super Bowl or out of comfort? And to me, this is a comfort hire.
That's comfort hire, yeah.
It's, and it's like, what are we doing? Are we here to win the Super Bowl, or are we here to be comfortable and do the same shit? The thing that I'm going to also say is that we'll have a good run game, for sure. We'll definitely have a good run game. But my question about Brian Schottenheimer is that, will he get the most out of that? Because when I'm surveying the landscape, Sean McVay got the absolute most out of Stafford. Kyle Shanahan got the absolute squeeze every last bit of potential out of Brock Purdy. At the end of the day, will Brian Schottenheimer get the most out of Dak Prescott? Because if he doesn't, you gonna prove Brandon right. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Right.
Just know that that's coming.
Or in the same breath, when you look at it like this, the kind of caliber of coach of McVay and Shanahan, they are coordinators / head coaches to get the most out of their run game. Kyron Williams, nobody saw him coming, and now all of a sudden you look at him, and that helps the quarterback, right? And then if you look at Brock Purdy, just before all of these injuries, when they had everything in front of them as far as run game, hell, he was on pace to getting $60 to $65 million APY, right? Because people looked at Brock Purdy differently because of the run game. And that opened up the passings and these sorts of things. So if Shotty can fool around and get Mark Sanchez to the AFC Championship game, and we know the limitations of Mark, right? I'm quite sure he can probably work something. And I know it's more with the defense and things like that. And I just think that he will be able to get things going if we can have run game here. Right or wrong?
Yeah, 1,000%. You're
right.
Absolutely right about that. It's like that. So, but I feel like it's a twofold thing. It's
Facts.
Like have a good running game.
Facts.
But also you and Dak need to be on point with each other to where why in the playoff game is Dak forcing passes into coverages? You need to have. I feel like Brian Schottenheimer needs to have some sort of philosophy to get on the same page with Dak and create a system around Dak to where Dak doesn't do that in those specific situations and moments. You see what I'm saying? So that's the other thing. If he doesn't do that, I'm gonna let you know right now. He's gonna prove Brandon right. Brandon's gonna be right, and he's gonna be like, it's another coach, the same issue.
But at the end of the day, let's look at the complete picture of it all. Everybody, not just Brandon, but everybody across every single outlet that we've been on, been saying that this is a lunacy hire, right? This is crazy hire This is not moving the needle. This is not even a splash. What are the Cowboys doing? So this is a circus, a carnival, a festival that they bringing into town. But what I'm getting from you, and I'm getting from a few people, is that there should be one guy out of 4 to turn this thing upside down. That's going to be hard, bro. That's going to be flat out hard.
No.
Yeah, that's flat out hard.
That's not specifically what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that is Brian Schottenheimer going to, like I showed with Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, what they do for their coach, what they do for their quarterback.
And he's to be fair, he's no Sean McVay nor Kyle. Well, like I said, this is the T-move. This is T-move. Yep. This is like having the expectations of you going to a premier furniture store like Ashley's or something like that, or whatever it may be, a premier furniture store in Dallas. And you order it from T-move. And you trying to get the same results. Nah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be the same. Yeah, ain't going to feel the same.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just forewarning you. Brandon is going to be right if he doesn't do that. Secondly, this hire also proved $1,000 right. Because basically, they just got another puppet coach.
Yeah.
That they can basically control.
Right.
Nobody was clamoring for him. Nobody gave any interviews. So basically, they just proved $1,000 right as well. So I'm gonna give this. This is me. Now this is my opinion.
All right.
I'm gonna ride.
In closing,
for Shotty. Mm-hmm. This is my last point. In closing, I'm gonna ride for Shotty for 2 years. I'm gonna get behind him. I'm gonna ride for him.
Right.
And we're gonna see how this gonna go. I feel like we can have some semblance of success, but the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. If he's gonna do that, I don't know, but I'm gonna ride for him.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so yeah, I'm just pointing this out now. I don't want people to think that we're getting more of the same. And the record reflects even with Kyle Shanahan when he first got the coaching opportunity in San Fran. They were not like beating the brakes off of everyone, by the way. It took until the year 2021, even though he took the other team to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo, crying out loud, in 19, right before the pandemic. But it wasn't like that they were rocking all of those years. And how long he's been the coach there? See, what people tend to do in Cowboys land is immediately want the success of people who grind and got it there out of the mud. For example, Law, do you have any truth to that? Yeah. If we hire Jason Witten, people immediately want him to be Dan Campbell. Nah, Dan Campbell got it out of the mud. And he's been successful these last 2 seasons, right? He was very much terrible. 3-13 his first year. So it's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. I got from the 469, and then I have the guy. Then I got the 862. Boy, this line longer than Shaq's feet. But until my hunger kick in, we gonna keep talking. 469. What's on your mind, Cowboys? Draco. Who this? This Draco? Draco. What's good with you, man?
Hey, man, I've been listening to you, man. I've been following you for a long time. But check this out. This is what I feel.
Uh-huh.
This is the game is over now. Because we looking like last place now. We down there with the Giants.
Right.
Now, because the Philadelphia going down there, going to a championship game.
Yeah.
The Mariners going to a championship game. He gonna have to spend some money. That dude he got to hire when he hired him. He already hired when he hired him.
Got to spend money, yeah.
Don't have to break some bread for real, because ain't no more playing. These dudes are going to championship. We're playing against playoff teams for real. Championship teams now every year now.
Yeah.
These dudes, they're gonna be here a lot.
Yeah.
They're gonna be here. They're gonna spend that money.
Yeah, I don't see Jaden Daniels falling off. I don't see Saquon and AJ and Smitty just falling off the map, after 1 year. And I'm looking at the Giants with Malik Neighbors. I don't see him falling off. I'm thinking he's going to get better. All they need to do is enhance their quarterback play. They still had top 15 in defense last season, the Giants. So I don't see those teams falling off. And right now, with hiring Shotty, that don't move the needle a lot. It just the unknown, far as he gonna run the ball more, right, and create that type of thing. But Flus, to me, that's more of the splashy part of it. But he was just fired, so it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. It would have been more acceptable for us to have maybe what the 49ers just did. Hell, they went and got Robert Saleh. So, but neither here nor there. We will see what this team is going to do for the future. Go ahead, keep going.
See, the thing about that, too, also, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really kind of messed up that they fired McCarthy. The man had us in the play. I had one bad good girl when all our team got hurt, and they kicked him to the curb. See, he's trying to make up for the mistake that he made. He's looking for another Jimmy Johnson. He's not going to find that. What he's going to have to find is he's going to have to sit your ass down, take a seat, and let these people play.
Right.
Play the game they know how to play. That's what he really needs to do. That's the only thing we need to do. We just had our quarterback was in the running for MVP just before he got hurt last year.
Right.
We just had a lot of people hurt this year, man. And these dudes, it was if we would have stayed healthy, it would have been an easy Super Bowl run for us. I'm just saying, the Niners were hurt, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, half of their goddamn defense was hurt. They ain't really just doing nothing too live. And Philadelphia, their quarterback is coming in on a wheel. One wheel, so it would have been an easy run for the Cowboys if they would have stayed down there. But I don't really care who hired who, as long as you get in there and get the job done. But you did say something late that day that made me call you when you said Schottenheimer punched him out and told him to sit down for getting out for doing it. That's that. And I love putting that accountability on them. Take accountability, and they're gonna pop their tie. They're gonna change everything.
Yeah, and that's our battle cry. Me being able to see his style and his way of leading the drills and stuff and doing some of the installments. Hey, he's high energy, So so this could work for him. And like I say, Flus, he probably got a bone to pick with the Colts and the Chicago Bears not the Colts because he got promoted and went to the Chicago Bears. So he may look at it like y'all looking at me as a mishap. I'm gonna show y'all, and I love that mindset. If he can bring top 10 defense here, then we're in good spots.
I like that too, and I know Jerry Jones going through it right now to see Dan Quinn going in there, to see all this leftover players we don't keep to the side like they want,
right?
Like they worth the money, shining. That's killing them. See, Kellen Moore, even though Kellen Moore ain't doing nothing, it's all Saquon, but. You heard I call him Saquon, but that's the only reason they doing something over there. So it ain't really just too far off, man. So I'm a Cowboy fan to the death of me. I don't know what these boys talking about. I'm gonna ride with them anyway.
No doubt, man.
I was there to win the game. I was still a supporter. You know what I'm saying? But I also, man, we got to come on with it. That's all I'm saying.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam. You have a good one.
You have the same, bro.
No doubt, man. So it's all about matching, man, what you can do as far as a match. It's all about what you can do as far as matching. With this team, we've been a one-dimensional team. We've been one-dimensional. The hopes is all we got of Shotty looking at this thing saying, okay, now it's finna be 2. We gonna run the ball to open up the pass. He's aggressive with the run, and I love that, for this team. And let's see how this draft can shake out and pan out. And when you running the ball, that helps your defense. Defense fully rested over there. Like, if you think I'm lying, look at the Eagles. They're the number 1 defense in the National Football League. They run the ball. They control the clock. Defense got a lot of holes in it. They do. My guy Lord Brunson won't admit it. They pump up Quinyon Mitchell and Darius Slay, but we seen Slay get slayed. Pause if necessary. And we seen Quinyon looking for the ball and getting used and moused. You right? But you get less opportunities of that happening to you when you running the ball, controlling the clock. You win that game, you score, you put points on the board, run the ball. Look, all wins may not be cute, but take the win. Take the W. Live to fight another day. 3rd and 1, you don't have to go Hail Mary. If your running back averaging 7.5 yards per tote, do it until they stop it. And then play action off of it. Don't go shotgun and let the whole world know I'm finna pass. Right? So when we also look into the confines of this, when you don't know, you do crazy, dumb stuff. In the playoff game in 2022, 2nd and 2, the Cowboys, they go spread. That was the play after Tony Pollard them broke his leg or broke his foot or whatever he broke. They go 2nd and 2. They go shotgun. They don't even keep the fullback or the halfback in the backfield. They go shotgun empty. That leaves nothing to the imaginations. Yes, Dak Prescott throw the interception, but I want to give this team some illusions at least. If it's 2nd and 2, still show jumbo. Keep the ball, play the field. Those are things that I hope that the Cowboys look at and consider. All right, big name doesn't equate success. Give him a chance if he has a winning season this year. No flip-flopping. Salute my brother. Yes, indeed. Listen to me. And he put some more at bait. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much listening to me, baby. Appreciate you. So I got the next caller from the 757. He got a Mike McCarthy jersey in his back somewhere pocket. Yes, indeed. Mike, what's good with you? What's good with you, man? Where that Mike McCarthy jersey at, man?
Hey, I think Mike got this man his job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, look, man, I told y'all. Hey, look, but I didn't know that Schottenheimer was over Kellen Moore. I'll say that much, man.
Yeah, okay.
And I for sure did not think he was over Deion Sanders. I just did.
Yeah. Hey, favor ain't
I mean,
foul.
I guess it is what it is. Hey, but this is what happens when you release a good coach. So I hope y'all like 5-12 more than y'all like 12-5. You know what I'm saying? For 3 years straight.
Man, we'll find out though, because he was in the building. He knows the plays. He knows the installment, and sometimes, man,
he might got something.
He may not be he may not be a stick in the mud like Mike McCarthy was with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike McCarthy probably sweating too, like all of a sudden
he ain't got no job.
He ain't got no job. I got to do this. Look, people fail to realize people act different, man, when your back is against the wall and there's no precise evidence that you're going to keep this job. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
It could be that though.
I hope it's really a copycat league and he's just taking plays and putting them out there, bro. Because I'm just like, man, what? This was a puppet hire if I ever seen. This is almost worse than Jason Garrett, man. We don't know. We might be stuck with this dude for 10 years. And I'm
gonna say this though, Mike. If you compile like videos of Jason Garrett speaking on football, just football in general, and Shotty speaking on football in general, you would say, okay, yeah, we all right, I'm just saying, but you say that you is all right, you know what I mean, what'd you say?
I gotta listen to him talk, man.
You gotta listen to the man talk. You gotta listen to him. Get his words out and these sort of things. You can't can the man before he even starts. You give a man a chance. That's all I'm saying.
And who's the defensive coordinator?
Matt Eberflus. What's so funny? Why you laughing?
He just got fired out this joint.
As a DC, did Salah get fired? What's the difference? But he was a head coach, and now he's getting promoted to being a DC. Could be work wonders for him. I'm old enough to remember. Have you ever heard of a guy named Steve Spagnuolo?
Yeah.
He got fired, and you know what I'm saying. And all he did was went to Kansas City Chiefs and joined forces with Andy Reid, and the rest is history. So sometimes people as head coaches, are not as good as DC's. That's all I'm saying as well. And I got some more information on that before I let you go, Mike.
Hit me.
Wade Phillips, the brother that won by 2 Super Bowls or been to 2 since we released him. You know what I'm saying? As a DC. So sometimes you can be better as a DC opposed to being the HC. Appreciate it for calling in, fam.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Let's get it. Mike, yes, indeed. Yeah, boy, that boy is a disciple of Mike McCarthy. And this was the play that I was talking about, you know. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. So if you go to my Facebook page, my AI bot done reposted this video, and it's like open up old wounds to those who are out there. Now, you know, people say all the time, "Law, man, you be taking it easy on Dak Prescott, blah, blah, blah." But I'm sitting here like, no, you know, I don't. I call a spade a spade. Here we go. It's 2nd and 2, and you go empty. If anything, as a play caller and designer, on 2nd and 2, I want to give my people the illusion that I'm running this ball. I'm not finna give them the illusion that I'm passing the ball. But when you go empty, you're not hiding nothing. It's no tricks. And this is where Kellen Moore was in the building too, by the way. But when you look at this, of course, the opening opened up for Dak Prescott to run it with his legs, but he didn't. And I'm going to break it down. Watch this. Of a play in order to get the first down. Now, Dak Prescott squeezes a ball inside and is picked off. One can argue that that's an option route by the receiver. My thought is why spread it out wide? Why go for a situation where it's you go empty, you leave the notion that you're going to pass and they are in pass pro. There's really nothing but space and opportunity to get these 2 yards. And we all know that these spots close down real quickly. Nevertheless, one thing that we know for sure, that you can literally see that Dak Prescott can get the 2 yards. He can just run right here. He might can get a block right here and get the touchdown, believe it or not. The Dallas Cowboys' inability to run the ball on short yardages is baffling to me. And I'm looking back at all of these films of Dak Prescott decisions of throwing the ball into traffic, or even the offensive coordinator at this point dialing up a play for the Cowboys to go empty on 2nd and 2. It's nonsense. Yes, you have Schultz in the flat. Yes, you even have Ezekiel Elliott in the flat here. It makes no sense to go inside where there are 2 defenders there with the ball. There are a lot of things negative that can happen when you throw the ball in traffic. A ball can be batted. The receiver could run the wrong route. And when we look at all of this, Cowboy Nation, this right here, one of the reasons why the Cowboys don't advance. We don't play smart football. We don't play football with high levels of IQ. And why he stopped his feet right here. Man, keep that rolling, man. You got leverage. You winning. You even got body control. You got all this opening too, man. It's like, why would you even have an option right there? That blows me. Or even Dak, man, keep running, man. Yeah, no, run, Dak, run. You know, shoot, wheelchair Dak would have been able to roll and get that first down, dog. Come on, man. That what gets me though. But my opinion. Dak throwing his interception, regardless of whether or not this is a choice route, option route, or what have you, is the reason why we lost this game. We're not playing sound football. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It doesn't matter how you can contextualize it. It don't make sense, and that's why we at home sitting on the couch. Yeah, and that was about a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So there you go right there, ladies and gentlemen. But Lord, he don't talk bad about Dak Prescott, blah, blah, blah. B-Bird from the 409, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah, man, all great, man.
Going good with you?
Hey, man, all is great. I can't complain.
Hey, so I was asleep last night, and my son called me, and I missed his phone call. But I called him right back, and he didn't answer. He's in college.
Wow.
I said, let me see if something happened last night. I'm going to go to Twitter and see what happened. I said, oh, that's why he called me. So I saw where Shotty had got the job, so he's calling to see what I thought about it. So me and him had a conversation last night, and he was really kind of upset about it and this, that, and other. But I just been kind of listening to people lately and, kind of just thinking that, we're giving this guy a chance. What I didn't like the process in which they found a coach. I don't think they looked under every rock and did their due diligence. That was it. But sometimes, these guys have gotten lucky, and that's what I'm kind of hoping they happen right now and found the right guy. I mean, they got lucky with Parsons. I mean, you traded back to get this guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you knew what he was, you never would have traded back. With Dak and Rumble, they've gotten fortunate on those two too. So hopefully they'll get fortunate with this one, because what I'm hoping on is, and I tell people this, it's like, Peyton Manning should have been a slam dunk number 1 overall pick, but he wasn't. I can't remember the kid from Washington State that was out between those two. Yeah, Ryan Leaf. But one of the things I've always told people, I say it should have been a no-brainer, because the guy gets to talk quarterback with his dad, who's one of the best quarterbacks ever, Archie. He gets to do that at the dinner table every night.
Right.
And so Leaf doesn't. So you got to give them – I always like that pedigree. When they've – if a cornerback grew up with a cornerback as a father or whatever, I got to figure he knows a lot more than just the person that didn't. So with Shotty, man, Marty Schottenheimer with Marty Ball, man, was one of the more run the ball guys that you ever going to meet. And really solid defense, hard-nosed football. So some of that I'm hoping rubbed off on his son, and he brings that here. What do you think about that?
All I can say is that on that play that I just showed, Marty Ball wouldn't have that principle or concept, right? 2nd and 2, you spread it and you go empty, right? Yeah. So it's more of like, okay, let's power, let's put Hunter in, let's see if we can get the dirty yards. And if you look at drive extenders, if you go back and watch what Joe Brady did with Josh Allen this year, they installed if you can't beat them, join them. They installed the tush push, And if you look at some of the Eagles games, it can be 3rd and 3. They're going to go into that tush push formation to get that first down. So it's about playing the field too, giving your defense a chance to rest up, giving your defense a chance to look at the flow of the game and figure out ways to attack the quarterback by being on the sideline. So a resting defense is better than a unresting defense, and I think run game does that. Time of possession does that. And the way and the kind of caliber of quarterback that you got. He's always been, the scouting report always been. He's a play-action quarterback. He can go through his progressions pretty well, but I don't want him throwing the ball for more than 30 to 35 times, right? So if you look at the flow of Russell Wilson with Shotty, that was his best season. So, yeah, I think that we can get a piece of that, even though Dak may not be as eligible to run like Russell was during that time frame of his career.
Yeah, and I think what I'll look for, because, I am a culture guy, one of the things I did hear, and I'll be listening to his press conference and listening to what the Joneses say about him, but I just don't want him to be compromised, which I thought Mike McCarthy, and I was one of the first ones to pick up on this. When Kellen Moore stayed on as his offensive coordinator, I thought he was compromised at that point.
Right.
And I said, this ain't good, man. And a lot of people kind of pushed back. No, he wanted him. I said, no offensive play caller wants another offensive play caller. That's not his guy.
Right.
There. He actually wants to be that. One of the things that I would like to see is how this staff is formulated, and if he takes on, which so far I've seen is that he won't be a part of, if he takes on Jason Witten on the staff, it's a compromise, man.
Yeah.
He's compromised. And so that's going to blow your culture up right there. And I think we'll be kind of in the same position. He may bring some W's, but ultimately get to the to the Super Bowl where we want to be in Super Bowl champions. This culture has to be changed, and I hope he doesn't come in and just let the Joneses formulate his staff. He has to go and get that. What that means to Law is that we're going to lose some good coaches that we've already had.
But let me just do a little quick rebuttal on that aspect. The difference is Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, they never had any camps together. They never worked out with each other together. And Brian Schottenheimer or Shotty and Jason Witten put on camps together. So I think that they have a certain unique relationship that's a little bit different than a Mike McCarthy with a forced love child of a Kellen Moore, right? So I just look at it from that aspect. I don't think it will compromise as much as what we've seen in the previous situation, if I can say that freely.
Yeah, and so I do understand that, but I mean, they've been talking about Witten. You know, his name has been in the headlights, and to be honest with you, he doesn't have the credentials to be even coming on the staff. I mean, he didn't coach at DeSoto or Duncanville or North Florida.
No, Christian Academy somewhere.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be real. And so, and for that matter, Dion didn't either, just to be honest with you, when he was a high school coach. But that's not high-level football. And people outside the state would be like, man, he won the state champ. Man, come on, man. That ain't no even come on TV.
Yeah, he didn't come on TV. But one more rebuttal before I let you go, B-Bird. And I'm not campaigning for Jason Witten. I get your sentiments on that. But he is also a son of his father coached at a high level in high school. So he's a coach's son as well. So I look at those dynamics, and I think it was for the University of Tennessee Volunteers too. I have to go back and look at my research on that. I think that Jason Witten is knowledgeable. I don't want to lump him in with Jason Garrett. I think that he was a Bill Parcells guy, a tough grit guy. So I hope that if he can bring anything to the table as a tight end coach, will be that. Now, not saying that he can walk on water and he'd be better than Lunda Wells or anything, but I'm just looking at it from that perspective that he played in the league for so long, and as slow and as lethargic that he looked, he still was able to get open. So something somehow there was some knowledge out there for him. But keep going. Yeah.
Well, am I missing something? I thought they said that he was not coming on. It sounds like you heard something that he is.
Jason Witten?
Yeah.
I think that they probably make moves for him to be here, because it was already. If somebody got some news that he's not coming,
Slater said on Twitter that he is not joining the staff.
Oh, he's not joining his staff? Well, hey.
And that's what Slater said on
how long ago that was?
Earlier, but things changed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things changed. I think that might have been last night or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll read into it.
The whole day has passed. So, Jones could have changed their mind and got some things changed. I'm not up on it.
Or Shotty could have been like, hey, he ain't ready yet. He need to go to college and coach. It could be a twofold.
I would love that. I would love that.
Man, I appreciate you, B-Bird.
Yeah, man, appreciate you too, brother.
Good call from B-Bird, man. Yeah. Always giving some good info. Yeah, and I get all sides of the arguments, man. I get all sides of that argument here. We got a super chat from my guy, Mr. Wright, Antoine. He states this right here. Appreciate y'all. Run game can sometimes be your best defense. Hitting your head on the goal post is amazing, but just getting those first downs so that you can have so much for a team. Who you want as the OC law? Okay, appreciate you, Mr. Wright. The OC will be Shotty. Now, he can have run game coordinator. He can have qualities controls guy that can be in the mix or at play. I don't know. But I'm quite sure that he's going to make his phone calls because he coached for damn near all of the teams in the National Football League. I think his resume got like about 12 people he done coach with. So he should be able to assemble his staff together, bang on the table enough to say, hey, Jerry, I know you considering this guy, but this brother right here, he's really good, right? So that could be a thing over there. But I appreciate for your support. I got from the 202, and then I got the Jersey guy from the 862. So no clone, Tyrone, you in the building, dog. Talk to me. Three times a lady. Thank you. He gone. All right. He must ran up all of his anytime minutes. Shout out to you. But I got the 862. You're live.
Hey, what's up, Law, man? I got to say, first of all, man, I enjoy listening to you. You doing your thing, man. Continue to do your thing. I got people all over trying to get you on so they can subscribe for your channel.
Appreciate it.
But anyway,
man.
let's get down to it.
Let's talk
First
turkey.
Of all,
yeah.
Yes, sir. First of all, here's the thing. Nobody knew how Dak was going to get, because first of all, Jerry and them didn't even want him. Let's start there. Okay, what did Dak do when he came into the league? He did what he had to do. Everybody shooting out B. Shotty and not giving him the opportunity, even though he's been all over the land in the NFL.
Right.
Give this man his shot. Okay, everybody assuming, oh, well, he can't do this and he never got a chance to make calls and stuff like that. Give this guy, he's going to shock people this year. Guarantee you, because he has a relationship with Dak.
Right.
And the way you talked about with the situation, I think it was you mentioned what was the offensive guy? You said he pulled him to the side.
Terrence Steele.
And pulled him
yeah. I'm gonna sift through all of my video footages and I'm gonna point it out. Whereas, and I think I got it. I was live when I was going back and forth showing people, hey, this is Shotty. This is him running the groups or what have you. And T Steele, he false started, and he yelled at him, told him get his butt over there, But keep going.
Listen. And look, I'm a Cowboy fan since '75.
Right.
So I've been in the mud, I've been in the wood, I've been in the swamp, I've been everywhere.
Highs and lows.
And I'm not changing for nobody. Right. Number one is that nobody knew Dak was going to be in a position because, remember, Roman got hurt, then they had Kellen Moore, so let's just put this guy in.
Right.
That was the attitude. So now Shotty comes in, and now people are, oh, man, he ain't going to do nothing, man. They're going to make it worse. I guarantee you they're going to have a better record when he take over. That's if he's doing the play calling, which I hope he is.
He is, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I hope he is. Because they're going to have a better record than 7-10 next year. Now, I'm not pushing it, going that further, going up to, oh, they're going to go to the playoffs and stuff like this. They're going to have a better record this year. Because of the relationship that Dak and him that they do have, I'm pretty sure they talked about the interception. They talked about the false starts.
Right.
They're talking about how to get the running game better. People don't understand. Give this BS some run. Give him some room. Let him do what he got to do. Because if they tried to get the guy from Ben Johnson from Detroit and the defensive coordinator, now if they would have came in and Dallas would have been, let's say Dallas would have been the same record, 7-10. What you think they're gonna say about him?
Right.
Oh, I think maybe you should have did. No, listen. I think this is a diamond in the rut.
It's one of those things, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam, and hey, let's continue to keep that positive energy going. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Good call from him. I mean, if you hire Aaron Glenn as your head coach, you still have the same set of circumstances. You still have to find your OC, right? It could still be Shotty, So at the end of the day, you talking about continuity and rapport, but with a little mixture of something, a more run. Hey, the pressing of the panic button need to be erased. You got to get back to sound football. I've been talking about this. You know for sure, Cowboy Nation, and I hope that Shotty knows, and while he's green, I'm going to try to, while he's green, I'm going to try to see if I can get in contact with him and say, hey, man, when the ball is on our side of the 50, we got at least 3 points in the bag, bro. We got 3 points. We got Brandon Aubrey with a golden foot. So don't get too cute, Shotty. And all we need to do is give it 3 or 4 runs, make it a little bit closer, and shoot. Let's not force anything. When you force it, you know what happened. But at the end of the day, if we can get these things in process.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Appreciate you.
Wasting my time now. Come on.
Josh says for the $4.99, Jerry Steven would rather lose their way than win anyone else's way. Narcissism at its finest. Hey, I can't argue that. And James Baker.
Take the money out.
Appreciate you so much for your support, for the $2 support. I get it, man. Right now, saying that the Cowboys can do anything, it will be kind of crazy, right? Right? We'd be kind of crazy because we're 7-10, and we watching two teams that when your quarterback is healthy, he owns the Washington team. When the quarterback is healthy, he owns the Eagles. That's not even up for debate. And that's why we mad, you know. We're like, God, no. Now, give this man some weapons. Give him a philosophy to run behind. But at the end of the day, know that, hey, things can change within the course of a year.
Take the money out!
He says, Mr. Wright says, online coach, we need our other dude back, running back coach. He was horrible. I don't know how he even got the job because, hey, Mike McCarthy had to look out for his boy, Jeff Blasco. And then he said, and then Scott Tolzien, Lean Cuisine, and he had to look out for Scott McCurley. So he had to look out for his boys. Hopefully, when Marty comes into the scene, well, not Marty, but Shotty comes into the scene, it will be a DeMarco Murray, or it'll be a Tashard Choice, or it'll be somebody with more ticks on their resume than those guys who are working off the streets. Okay? You know anything about this dude, Gracia, that might be our new DB coach? I don't know about Gracia. I can look into it. Take the money out! Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. Let's go to the next caller. I got from the 206. MJ, you in the mix, man. Come on with it. Talk to me.
The conference has been locked.
Come on with it, MJ. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law?
Not much, man. Doing great, man. Can't complain. What you got?
I'm happy. I was stressed. Did not want to kill him more.
Right.
And everybody on here, you guys got to chill out, man. The dude, and then what makes me mad, you ain't lying, Law. These people, they was hoping that we could kill him more.
Right.
They was vouching on them TV shows everywhere. Oh, this guy, la, la, la. And this guy had one of the best running games everywhere he went. And that shows you they scared y'all. Don't let these fools on TV psych y'all. They laughing. We're going to get the last laugh. You got to remember, when the Redskins, they said the Redskins was a piece of shank. The Redskins defense still ain't that good. And then they got a quarterback that helped them a little bit with different play calling, rose them to the top. Defense still stinks. The Cowboys was running plays away, but beating a lot of teams. Look at the play you just seen. That 2nd and 2 still pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would have scored there, would have been up by 10.
Up by 10.
They would have been, the 49ers would have been losing their mind. But no, we did it the stupid Cowboys way. It's just like you say, Law. You go with that pretty woman, and don't take it to offense to all the women on here. The woman can have STDs, she's pretty, and she can have all types of things, but she's beautiful. That's how you Cowboy fans think. That beautiful look been getting our butt kicked for the last 20 years. Now, if they come back with the old Cowboy way, with this run game, with the play action, that's going to help your defense, and your quarterback got a chance to advance to another level. You see what I'm saying? They've always been killing the run game. How did the Rams beat Dak Prescott before? They ran for 300 yards on them, and we still almost beat them. With a sorry defense.
Yeah.
So, Cowboy fans, we had a lot of opportunities. All these 29 years, we had our shot to make it to the Super Bowl, and we just choked. I'm just going to call it what it is. Now, we know the Joneses, they be doing that fugazi stuff.
Yeah.
But y'all going to crack up. Stephen Jones just saved his dad again by making the wrong coaching situation.
Right.
Now, only guy I would have liked if he would have came was Ben Johnson. We didn't know what Ben Johnson could do when they come over here to the Cowboys. He still could have got his butt beat if he don't get the right defense.
No doubt, man. But in closing, though, in closing, in closing. Yeah.
I like the hire. I'm going to back this guy. Our running game about to be the best. And how about them Cowboys? And let's go.
How about them, man? Shout out to you, man. It's MJ. So, all right. So, let's do this. Let's make 1 point, and then we're gonna roll. Okay, we're gonna go. We don't need 2 or 3. Just make 1 point. I want to get to everybody on the channel that's in this call room. We're gonna make 1 point, and then we're gonna slide. And I give a counter. And then
Darth Terminate $10. Although I don't like the hire, BS was there to analyze all of the mistakes McCarthy was making with this offense. I'm going to give him a chance to see if he can correct those mistakes.
Most certainly. So with that being said, Darth, you 1,000,000% right with that?
Take the money out!
Jeez. So let's go with that. And sometimes you can see the pitfalls of others, right? What helped his the person that he learned from the most is Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll started off as the defensive coordinator for the Jets. Fooled around, got a head coaching job for the Jets. That didn't pan out. Then the 49ers reached out to him in 94, 95, 96 season. He was the DC there. And then he looked really good as the DC there. And then he went to becoming, I believe, the Patriots, and then he went to the NFL. I mean, the college league. So sometimes you get bounced around to team, and you're figuring out ways that you can be better as a coach. And I'm not saying that Shotty is going to have a Pete Carroll type of trajectory here, but what I'm saying, and Pete Carroll more on the defensive side, but what I'm saying is that sometimes a kick in the teeth or in the mouth can be a benefit for you, so you can see and say, hey, I don't want to get punched in the mouth like that. I don't want to lose my teeth like that. I'm going to do it this way. And that's the thing that we got to hope for with this particular hire. It's not a guarantee. It's definitely not guaranteed that things will work its way out. Jay Versick says and states this: with all of the different offensive scheme Dak has had, he basically a journeyman's QB who has never left the organization that drafted him. Yeah. I like that. From the 281, and then I got the 443. 281, you live.
Mr. Law.
What's up?
Man, hey, these Cowboy fans on here talking about Brian like he don't have no experience in the world, man. Like he just came out of his mama coaching football. Okay, this man got 24 years experience in the NFL.
Right.
Plus, his daddy was the coach. So that means that man been saying coaching. That man been understanding football since the days of Goo Goo Gaga. Okay. So
right.
Give this man a chance. The key word that he said today in that interview, well, the interview that you put up there was multiplicity. In other words, we finna run multi-schemes.
Right.
Not just one scheme, multi-schemes.
Right.
All right. So that means there's more things that you're gonna have to scheme to beat him, okay? And you put a lot of stuff on people, it's going to confuse a lot of people.
Well, would you pump the brakes for 1 second? I got a $100 super chat. Would you pump the brakes 1 second?
Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers, $99.99. Okay, Law, you trying to outshine me on the haircuts. Slow down, big dog. Flexed bicep, smiley face. Donation for the next. I know they cost cause mine cost.
Man, I tell you, boy, hey, I wasn't half-stepping what I said.
Take the money out!
Boy,
all of it! Come on! You're wasting my time now. Come on! Come on!
Shit. Does it for the $100. Appreciate you for the $99.99 for your mind, Antoine. Hey, he right. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not
all right, boy. Appreciate you, man. Slow rolling, man. Go get back on it. Get back on it, dog. Get back on it. You're back live. I had to stop for that big $100. You know what I'm saying? I go get me a Sal. I'm gonna upgrade from a Salisbury steak today.
Yeah, for a $100 super chat. Hell, you should have gave him the rest of the conversation, bro. I understand. So
yeah, I'm gonna circle back to him. Trust me. We'll go ahead. We'll keep going.
Nah, man, but like I said, the key thing that he said with most of our pitchers, I mean, he's going to run different schemes, okay? And which he said inside zone, outside. But you always got to remember McCarthy didn't do all of that.
Mm-mm.
You know how y'all said he just did the curves and turnaround, okay? He didn't like motion. He didn't like none of that. So all his stuff was limited. Hell no, old boy didn't call the play. Brian didn't call the play. Hell, I'm happy he didn't call the plays. So that means McCarthy wasn't worth nothing when he was doing it.
Right.
Okay, so, give that man a chance. Let him see what he all about. Let's roll with him.
Yeah.
And, man, let me tell you this.
What up?
For old boy who said that he leaving to go to Detroit, we don't want his ass back. Don't come back this
Don't
week.
come back.
Stay your ass over there.
We remember him because we definitely gonna be rolling next year. Look, I would do an apology video on apologizing to all of the Dak haters on Dak if he fool around and have those years where you got run game going and all you got to do is put the ball in the belly of the running back, and Dak is out here literally throwing picks and stuff. I'd do a video and say, man, I was damn near wrong. But there's no evidence that we ever had someone else in motion, right? Like killing it, like on run game, or the wide receiver just doing unbelievable stuff. And Dak is the one that's saying, okay, let me give the ball to the ops. We never had that here. So if that's the situation scenario, I'll do a video on it, Slow. But I appreciate you, bro.
All right, so.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. And shout out to, man, Antoine, man. He's one of the presenting sponsors of this particular episode. Yeah. So let's go with it. All right, let's listen to this clip right here. Let's see what they're talking about.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Good. Big tour coming through.
Big tour,
Big tour, huh? Man, they would have got here a little earlier. They could have seen somebody more important.
You like a zoo animal?
Yeah, at times. At times we do. They're saying, who is that guy?
Shotty.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, man. Is that clip, when that clip was, man. Y'all let me know when that clip was. Shoot. Yeah. I don't know if you got anything else on that, man. But hey.
Good.
All right, so that's him, and that's not the press conference today, man. When will the press conference be, too, by the way? When would that be? I got from the 901 JV, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Shout out to the 901 boys. What's good?
What's going on, Law Nation? Thank you for having me on.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, that press conference is going to be Monday morning at 11 a.m.
Monday morning.
You know
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to have to get set up at 10. I'll do a show at 10 and bleed off into the press conference. That's what we'll do. It'll be a marathon on Monday because it's going to be a lot to talk about. We would know who will be going to the Super Bowl, right?
Right. Absolutely. Well, I'm going off of what Michael Parsons said. Yeah, we winning the Super Bowl next season.
Well, I hope he got enough Illuminati money. Yo, come on with it. But what you got for me, man? Hopefully he's right.
First off, I just want to say, man, I'm not as pissed off as others is over the Shotty hire. I kind of deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I rose with that decision.
Right.
And now I am pissed off. Well, I'm not pissed off, but I am kind of concerned over Al Harris not coming back. I would prefer that he would have been here and stayed as the defensive coordinator or something. At least he would have learned something. Hopefully, he would have learned something from Mike Zimmer.
Did he get the DC job in Chicago, or was he just going over there as a lateral move?
Oh, well. That is a great question because, see, from my understanding, I only know that he left Dallas to go to Chicago. I don't know if he really got that job or not. But with Eberflus here, I don't think they run the same type of defensive scheme that Mike Zimmer runs.
Well, it's gonna be more of a Tampa 2, cover 2 defense. So we going back to that look, kind of like when we had Rob Marinelli in the building. You know, it's going to be some of the variations of that.
Oh, okay. So do you think it'll be a hard transition like it was at the beginning of this season with players over here calling each other out on trying to play hero ball and trying to get to where they were? Because the latter end of the season, yeah, we showed dominance on the defensive end of the field.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't think it's going to be like converting from a 4-3 to a 3-4. So he's going to be running more of one gaps. He's not going to do no two gaps. He's going to get these guys upfield, rely on linebackers. Just think of Anthony Hitchinson when he was here, or back in the day, Sean Lee when he was healthy. He had 22 tackles in one game and these sorts. So just think of those type of games, and Rolando McClain when he was here for a cup of coffee. So you're gonna have, I think that Flus gonna fall in love with Leofau. I think that Parsons still gonna be on the edge. He's gonna be that hybrid look again. He's gonna fall in love with Marshawn Nealon. I think Nealon, and 55 said he's willing to come back. Carl Lawson.
Yes.
These gonna be guys that shooting upfield. Also, he's already familiar with like just one gap in and getting upfield. The biggest observation will be Mozzie, in my opinion. What to do with Mozzie? Is he gonna regress, or he's gonna improve continuously? So those are the things I'm gonna be looking for.
See, you got me over here clutching my woman's pearls twice. Right there.
Swallow
because number one,
yeah.
you said linebacker, and the only person I could think of was Overshawn.
Yeah.
And we need another linebacker, and then the second person you said was Osa. Osa is up for the contract, which I talked to you about earlier, and you said that he might go to Washington, which I don't want him to do. You know,
they got $100 million to spend at Washington, according to my guy Louis T. You know, they got $100 million.
I don't want to hear that part because it hurt my heart so much because I don't want that man to leave. And the Dallas Cowboys can, with the stroke of the pen, as we stated before, create $100 million before the introduction of the new salary cap for the 2025 season.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll do it. But I just wanted to talk with you, let you know, hey man, I'm not one of the guys that's sitting over here crying and fussing over the Shotty HIRER, but I also want to keep everybody on notice about, man, Osa is up for a contract. And also, we need to keep J. Lou, and if we can, step in front of Deron Bland's contract. Step in front of that.
Right.
Stop waiting to the end of the other life. Mm-hmm. But shoot, we got to do it. But yeah, that's all I had to say. And DC for life. And 100 grand. You was right when you was on there talking with Too Cool. On that conversation y'all were having. Sometimes, guys, when you catch them on one point, they'll switch to a whole nother scenario that had nothing to do with that point, and then that's how you'll just end up in a whole circle. So, yeah, just go ahead and just understand that's who you're talking with.
No doubt, man.
And DC for life. I love y'all guys. And, yeah, yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday to you, man. Aquarius has got to stick together, man. Come on with it, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do your thing, Law. Bro, I support you. Love y'all. Let's go.
Let's get it, man. That's my guy, man. JV. Then from the Tennessee again, I got another 901 in the building. From 901 again. Jump on in. Get on in here.
That's right. Shout out to the Grizz. Shout out to Ja. M-Town in the house.
Yeah.
I was perspective. As we watched the playoffs unfold.
Right.
That Rams game really crushed me because without the snow, the weather, the elements, the Rams would have got the Eagles.
Yeah.
But the Eagles have a great offensive line. I think that was last week or maybe a few days ago, you had your brother on, the 49er guy, and he was talking about what the 49ers were doing. They were thinking offensive and defensive line. How come we can't approach that mindset? Pass on Gentry, move back. I like Amarion better. out of North Carolina. I saw him a few games. He looked solid.
Solid, bigger back.
Yeah, build the offensive and defensive line. And I think everything else will fall into place. I mean,
before you go down there, this could feels like a Kevin Banks or Will Campbell type of draft. That's what the Cowboys are known to do if those guys are there. But how can you, in this fan base, or sell hope back to this fan, because they got to start selling now, and it got to be a splash type of draft pick too, because. And I get it, the safe pick would be a Will Campbell if he falls all the way to the 12th, or a Kevin Banks, because now you can look into this heavy running back draft pool here and still say, okay, we solidify the offensive line and we get things going for us. But that's what we supposed to do last year with Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton was no good at left tackle last year, and they showed those clips of what he did against Jared Vars and all of that during OTAs and training camp in Oxnard, but it still wasn't the same as it relates to being game ready every week. So I would look at his offensive line and just shuffle it around. We draft heavy already. Austin Richards need to get time. Nate Thomas, he need to get time. Yeah. And then you look at T. Steele and be like, hey, man, we love you. You was an undrafted guy for us, but we going to have you battling with Tyler Guyton.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But who can bang the table for that? Lunda Wells. Because if he's an offensive coordinator, hear me out. There was a guy that was undrafted that he fought for. I literally saw him fight for him to get playing time on the field, and his name is Brevin Spann Ford. He was handpicked by Lunda Wells. He loved the kid, right? He loved the other one that kept getting hurt. I forgot his name. But he wore number 81, I believe. But neither here nor there. He fought for him. You saw him get some playing time this year, did you?
I did. He did. He balled out a little bit, but I had to make one more point before I let you go.
Go ahead.
Everybody has been ragging on Jerry.
Hey, pause for a quick second. Got a super chat.
SD54 $20. Give your dollars to law, not the Joneses.
Take the money out!
Hey, he made a profound super chat, bro. He said, give the money to me. Yeah, I do more with it than Jerry. But keep going. Go ahead.
Everybody's been ragging on Jerry.
Right.
Withstanding this year, the last couple of years, he's been trying to get players. It's not his fault Trayvon got hurt. It's not his fault Bland got hurt. He, last year he went after the linebacker for the Colts. I can't remember his name, but he flaked out on us and went to Philly. I just think, unless you're in the building, I know you got sources. We don't know what's going on with the power struggle. But withstanding this year, I think Jerry has done a great job getting talent. He got man, I'm at a loss of words. The cornerback. He went to the Vikings this year. What's his name?
Vikings. Gilmore.
Yeah, he got Gilmore. Gilmore balled out for us. I just think we need to ease the brakes on Jerry and his GMing, because does he have control? Does Steven have control? Does Jerry Jr. have control? I mean, you would know better than us. We're on the outside looking in. And that's all I got. I really do hope we do solidify. I mean, I'm watching the playoffs. I'm watching the Eagles get pressure without blitzing, coming out. I want a defense, man. You talk about the triplets, but the triplets didn't walk into the playoffs with no slow defense. The defense was 1, 2, or 3 every time they won the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, give me a defense and, give me a great offensive line like 2014. We talk about the catch, Dez didn't catch it. But nobody talks about DeMarco Murray fumbling, early in that game, or he would have broke it loose for a touchdown. But that's all I got. Let's build the offensive line. Let's get a defense, and we'll go from there. I'm out.
No doubt. That's from the 901. When you have two masters, you see two different thoughts and philosophies and principles. Jerry Jones is a maverick. Stephen Jones is not that. He's more of a, I'm frugal with my money. I don't want to spend the coins, right? And you got two different thought tracks when you go into this draft. It's literally Jerry versus Stephen. Stephen wants Brian Shotty here. Stephen didn't want. He didn't want prime time here. And there's some people right now in the chat saying, thank God prime is not here. You see how divided we are? And there's some people saying, come on, God, let's prime be here. But if we all was on the same page and on the same good foot, prime would be here. Or we all on the same page with Shotty. Shotty would be here without mentioning prime. But that's how it been when you dealing with the Joneses and when it's a family situation. If this was any other team, the GM would have been fired. The player of personnel would have been fired. You gave $50 million to a Michael Gallup. You released a guy who took $6 million less here out of Amari Cooper. Make that make sense, right? You mean to tell me you didn't will and deal, you let DeMarcus Ware go for free? And he goes, all he does is go to the Denver Broncos, solidify their defense, and they win the Super Bowl? You're fired. You mean to tell me that you allowed Jason Witten to retire, go to the booth with the toupee on, snatches that off, and come back after you don't won a playoff game, and you let him skip the line in front of other guys? You fired, you know? So that's how the life cycle of any real professionalized team would go. But when you're dealing with the Cowboys, you don't get that, ladies and gentlemen. No. You get mixed uses of philosophies. Trail mix. We got more nuts than trail mix, baby. Sure. Pistachios. You got some almonds in there, and I ain't talking about joys. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's a mixed bag of nuts dealing with the Joneses. So that's why one day we going south, the next day we going north, northeast, southwest, not the airline. So that's how you get things going. Yeah, kid, he's talking about $240 million. You're fired. For the Dak Prescott, how they handled that Dak Prescott thing, they would have been fired. You could have got Dak Prescott the moment after 2018. That would have been the lowest rate that you could have got Dak Prescott in. You didn't have to play around with your food. You should have looked at 2016, 17, 18. And if you don't know what you got out of a fourth-round draft pick then you should have put trade blocks all over him. Get multitudes of draft picks, trade them away. But what you did, Cowboy Nation, you bet against the guy. You had him to go into that 2019 season under a lame duck year because Jason Garrett was on his way out. That's bad management. Because all he's going to do is, if you look at those numbers in the glass vacuum, you're going to say 2019 Dak numbers are pretty good, comparable to the other guys that got paid, like the Goffs of the world. So you're going to have to pay up. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And that's not me putting on a cape for him. Because at the end of the day, you can't refute the numbers. So the only way you can get that money back, if you were to do these things, ladies and gentlemen, is not wait too long. Any other team would have got fired for waiting till the last day to make a deal. Yeah, you drove up your own price. Shout out to Big Jameson Taylor. Big JT got the motion. Appreciate you, Chris 214. Appreciate you.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Who's Jameson Taylor?
Wasting my time. Come on.
Yeah. Who's that? I don't know who he is, but shout out to him. You know. But that's how things goes when you're dealing with the Cowboys. And just for references, I'm gonna pull up 2019 numbers. This 2019 numbers, there's people right now that would take 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 4,901 yards. There will be people, and let me see what the total touchdown was. Let me see. Yeah. So there's 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions with 4,901 yards. There's people that would take that, you know. So that's just how that goes, unfortunately. It's bad management. Yeah. So it's nuttier than Planters Peanuts, you know what I'm saying? It's nutty management. That's what we've been dealing with. And we continue to deal with that now to this day. And that's why we having this discourse. If it's one mind, if it's just Jerry, then we probably be a little bit better. If it's just Stephen Jones, we probably be a little bit better. But by it being two of them, it's just getting nutty. Planters Peanuts ain't got nothing on the Joneses. Come on with it. Shoot. Throw tomatoes at them. I got from the 443, you're live on the Nation. Talk to us. You're live. Come on with it.
Hey, Lord, thanks for having me, brother. I just want to say that give Brian a chance.
Yep.
Give him a chance. All these last coordinators that was hot in the last 10 years, how many of them do we really talk about right now? We don't. They were just hot for seasons. Cowboy fans want a sexy pick, not necessarily the best pick.
Right.
Brian Schottenheimer has a relationship with Dak. He knows the system. And the Cowboys don't have a bad roster. When healthy, they compete with the Eagles or any other team in the NFL. So give him a chance and give him a running game. He proves he can run a game, have a running game. Once we able to run the ball, we will be just fine. We are not rebuilding. We just got to get healthy and have a scheme that can make Dak like last year. He can even be better than last year when he was the runner-up and should have won an MVP.
Right.
Like, Dak is not a bad quarterback. Jerry and Steven, they handcuffers at a time, but anybody who became as a Cowboy coach would have been a yes man to Jerry and Steven. All I'm saying is this man got years and years and years of NFL experience. So talk to me in the next 5 years about Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn and all these other shiny new toys about how far they have went and compare them to Schottenheimer then.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. Give them a chance. I think they made the right pick, even though the process was, they had in their mind what they wanted. I just think they made the right pick because he's not trash.
And technically, they never fired Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy fired them because he didn't want to agree with the length of the years and the money that was on the table. So technically, they wanted to bring back Mike when you really look at everything and contextualize it. But to this particular notion, we have Shotty now, who's very excited about the opportunity, and hopefully, if anything, if he can run the ball, this would be a plus for us, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Thank you, Law. Thank you.
Good call from him. He was the last but not least caller that was left on the docket here, man. We had over 23 people to call in, and I got to go get me a biscuit with some salt, maybe a McGriddle with some salt. You know, Jay Versick, just remember, we got the Walmart Cal Shanahan, right? You know, and if anything, I know there's an ongoing joke with the Walmart and the T-Moves, or shoot, to a degree, even, you know, pay less. But I'm still give this man a chance, and I'm not saying that he can walk on water, man. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that's very happy with the fact that this guy knows football, and I'm talking about this one right here.
Matt Eberflus credit, you know, at least on the defensive side of the ball. These players buy what he's selling. Because you're a second string, just because you're a third string, you know, they're still at practice with these guys. They still follow the same philosophy, and that's where I give Matt Eberflus credit. His philosophy carries on the defense. It carries from the starters to the third stringers.
Not to hype him. Let's see what we can get done. Even if we were to hire Pete Carroll, you still need an OC. You still need a DC. So it could still be more of the same, you know. Law, is it Tubi special? I'm trying to get, look, Angie, if you know some people, man, I'm trying to get on Tubi, man. Shoot. I love to get to Tubi. True story with Tubi. True story with them is that when they originally started, I had a station syndicated on Tubi. But now they big now. They were bought out and got some whole bunch of stuff. But neither here nor there. I would love to get on Tubi. Hey, Detective Law, I'm gonna be in there. Dun, 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 dun. I'll be the Tubi version, Temu Tubi version of Law and Order. But there'll be some good Law and Order. Shout out to my guy Gucci. It's not where you start, it's how you finish and all of that. But shout out to all of the callers that called in today. And let's give a round of applause.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. Wasting my time now, come on. Come on.
Yeah. To all of the people that support this channel. And if you're on the Facebook side, I love y'all. I wish that they give some type of recognition when y'all support there. I will say this though. To reserve your Cowboys' hope and inspirations and motivations and your love for this particular team, do me a huge favor. Lower your expectations. Because when the reality meets the expectations, things can go really wrong about the perceived value of what you're wanting out of this whole ordeal. So lower your expectations. What we try to do is try to get 1% better each and every day. We know that this particular team refuses to dance around in free agency. And when these things happen and they go out and make a move, and it be of the kind of caliber of a James Washington, just know that this is what they do. Or when it's Benito Jones or somebody like that, just know this is what they do. So lower your expectations. Hold all of the 3-letter and the 4-letter networks accountable, because they are the ones that said that this particular hire is in shambles, that the Cowboys are going to continue to be wrong. Hold them accountable. Support the independent content creators. All voices do matter, but all part of this is we getting it out of the mud. We are not water carriers for the Joneses. We are not on nobody's payroll. We have no governor to this mouth, okay? So whether it's good, bad, or happy or sad, that know that Law Nation will fight for you. Come on with it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, even though there are known knowns and there's known unknowns.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
And there's so many of those things, ladies and gentlemen. So keep your head high and continue to fight. They say that prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down, right? Don't play with matches. That's how Nate Robinson was. Nah, he was just laid out like Family Guy. And Jerry is, Sean, a very much so clown. Clown activity. But you need to look into the reasons why these 4 teams will have the ability to play this weekend. They did something in free agency. They handled the contracts right. They don't have the owner and his son fighting over things, right? They have a a plan in action. But I'm going to tell y'all, before I get on up out of here, write this down if possible. Mama said there will be days just like this. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it or fret for it or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want, Bub, James, Ice Cold, Himothy, I Am Awake, Big Sarge, Kid, Angie, appreciate you. She's sending me imaginary $1.99. Appreciate you. All right, Rico, Sadiq. If you want that thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, peace, and sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, or Timu and cheap, if doggedly grim and besiege and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, I love y'all to the stars and back. You will get it, baby. In the words of Prime Time, who's not coming over here for your mind.
Give me my thing.
Yeah, baby. Oh. Shout out to Antoine, man. Shoot. For that hundo. Shoot. Hundo. Roof Chris. Come on with it. Perez, where you at? Shot, wake up. Timo. Flex. Hey. Run it, baby. No sleep, no rest. Oh, come on. Hold on. Stop it. Oh, I got some breaking news. Come on with it, man. I know. Yeah, come on. All right, now roll those credits. I'm seeing y'all Eagles in the chat. I see y'all, Riggs. Yeah. Come on. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might. Come on. Shout out to Jameson Taylor. Yeah. Come on with it. No drip this. Rico and Neil, appreciate you. Let me see some fire in the chat. To a savage, now my baby with a shot glass. Come on with it. I love my fans, don't need no friends. I got my homies. Appreciate you. Thought I could trust you. I find out you tried to zone me. Don't zone law. I'm number one up on that court. I'm Nick McGrady. Come on with it. The first one in, the last one out. Can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ. Law Nation. I wake up, thumb down that check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no DJ rest. Law, baby. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Come on. I wake up, thumb down that check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. Look at all the supporters, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. Come on with it. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Alright. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Come on with it. Shout out to you, Ashley. In reality TV. Come on, mama. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. Come on with it. I wake up, thumb down that check. No drip this. Time to run it up. Run it, baby. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it up. I wake up, thumb down that check. No drip this. Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Come on with it, baby. The name is Law Nation. One way or another, unlucky. Kid Cowboy, appreciate you. Sadiq, Angie Lamb. You related to CD and them? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Big Benny. TA. Yeah. Shout out to Timu. Law. Twin Empire, baby. Hit you all alone. It's dangerous. Boy, if CD is your husband, girl, he be in the mirror more than you. That boy's at the fashion week. No offense to the CDs. Lamb. And play up Come on.
Hey, bro, come on now,
And another one. Come on with it.
What is your profession?
It's an evil world we live in.
True story, man. Twin do chop at the T-Move spot. He be like, hey, you get this, but you don't know what year you gonna get it though. You can order something from T-Move now. It won't come until July. Don't let the street lights get you. They got them T-Move shoes though. They look dope. You get a whole outfit.
All I ask.
Until next time.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Oh my goodness!
So far,
oh my goodness.
So far. If well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We got a thug head coach.
What's your point?
You see that tattoo over there, Jerry? There ain't your name on there, is it? Is that Jerry name on his arm? That brother done already been to the Jerry sleepovers.
Emotional damage.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
Oh my God. If y'all didn't hit that like button by now.
Shame. Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Until next time. How about them Cowboys?
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still in ball? Calling me.
That boy says, Twin says, I'm gonna keep my dollars in my pocket with a face like mine. I make everything look good. To be fair, you do favor me a little bit, so hey, he ain't lying. Come on with it. With a face like mine, who needs a body, huh? Come on with it. Come on, choir. Come on, choir.
I'm still them boys. No days off. Podcast. What is your profession? Take the money. All of it.
Until next time, DC for life. If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Salute. Peace.